Hello, I'm Eagle, Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram. This is fucking Talking Shit with Eagle. This is episode 123. I hope you all had a great Thursday. I know I did. Had some fucking fresh air that I greatly needed. Even kind of broke a little of rules and didn't even wear my mask to get that fucking fresh air today. I was a little proud of myself, to be honest with you. But all that shit aside, it's this guy's birthday. btddgrowz. It's his birthday, and we just happened to fall on his episode day. So without further ado, let's get him on while you still got 10 minutes left to brag about your damn birthday. How you doing, good sir? You want to say hello and tell everybody where they can find you?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, today's my birthday. Turned 28 today, and it's a good day to be alive, man. And yeah, I'm down here in Oklahoma. You know, the South is finally starting to come up. Got us a couple legal states down here, and doing some growing, man. And it's just awesome, man. It's awesome doing some great things for some great people. It's really a blessing to be able to do this. It really is.
Oh, I have to agree 100%. We are very lucky to be living in these times. I, you know, I know there's two things I never thought I'd see in my lifetime. This legal fireworks and cannabis being legal. Both of them have happened. God damn it. And at this day and age, if I wanted to, I could probably even go over and fucking light some fireworks with this fucking cannon. And I don't know how much better it gets than that shit.
Oh, no
So
doubt,
hell
no
yeah.
doubt, man. Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
crazy, especially down here in the South. I'd have never thought I'd see it legal down here. Never, not a million years. It's so crazy. For sure.
Yeah,
What are
it's
you smoking on, Eagle?
This is I'm still chiefing on some Challenger Deep there from Shrimp Wizard from Ocean Grown. He was nice enough to give me a pack to smoke on. And, it's very good stuff, man. I've been smoking on them. Well, I grew this out. Actually, this is half of a cross I've got going of the Beautiful Loser. It's a half Challenger Deep and half Durban Poison and C99. And a pretty nice strain. Pretty proud of that. But you know, cannot
Yeah.
keep one of the parents around, right?
Oh man, that's one thing that's hard for me is not keeping something around, man. I wish I had million square feet just to keep mothers, man. Yeah, I
Yeah,
hate throwing a mother out, man.
it can
But
most definitely
right
be
now I'm
heartbreaking.
smoking on some Skittles, man.
Nice, nice. That sounds like a good birthday smoke right there, man. You grow it? Was it grown by
Yeah,
yourself?
it's actually really terpy. Yeah. I actually grew this one. This Skittles, man. It was actually I did a pheno hunt, and this was the two phenos out of about probably 20 plants, I want to say, and they were some real winners, man. They're real nice and fruity, and one of them is super frosty. I have a grow going right now that I just switched back over to cocoa. See, I got up here, and I'm actually up here in Oklahoma. I was actually in Texas. That's where I'm from originally, and I was doing a lot of growing down there, and it was just a total different ball game, man. There was no genetics. It was everything I did. I had to breed pretty much myself. There was a couple of websites that were just out of the country that it just didn't. I didn't have luck with. I know there's some good ones people have a lot of luck with, but they just didn't send me anything good, man. So I had to really do pheno hunts and do some crossing, man. But I came up with some pretty good stuff, man. So I actually got I bred me a little plant and then crossed it with a monster Skittles, and that's not what we're smoking with now, but that's what we're growing right now. That we can follow along on btddgrowz on YouTube. But it's a really frosty pheno. It's the on the left side. I have like it's a 4x9 pretty much, but it's in the middle of a walkway. This is for my flowering room right now, and so there's about a foot taken away. So let's say about a 4x8 on the left side. So it's about a 4x4. It's a 4x4 tray. On the left side, I have 9 plants. On the right, I have 4. And then on the right side, it's the Skittles pheno that we're smoking on here. But the left side is the one that I actually bred that I'm really looking forward to, man. So if you want to see that, you can definitely follow along.
Sorry, I had my mic
Let's
muted
see.
there. Sounds like a nice strain to have in your garden there. How long have you been running it? How long have you had the pleasure of running it?
See, this strain here, I've ran for about a year, so I've really gotten to know it. And to tell you the truth, man, it was a finicky bitch. I hated it, man. But so this, to tell you the truth, I hated it at first. I finally, I got it down, and for me, it took for me going to cocoa and back to synthetics to where I really had some serious control, because it was such a finicky strain that I've had to really dial it in, and I needed that control that I could get with synthetics. But yeah, man, now that I got up here to Oklahoma, I have made me an Instagram and made my YouTube. Well, I have had I've been lucky enough, let's say, to come in contact with some awesome genetics that I'm about to be running some awesome stuff from Square One Genetics, some stuff from Ethos. I'd like to do a little shout out now, man, because this guy was the first dude that I went to that really got me in the game with some really good genetics, and you can find him on Instagram, and that's at club_ohana, and you can check him out on Instagram, man. He's really cool. Then another little buddy of mine that he's got some really cool genetics and ideas with that is it's in-house dank on Instagram. He's got some cool stuff, man. You can check him out. But definitely at Club Ohana, man, he's doing some cool stuff with some genetics, man. And he got me plugged in, and I'm really excited for what's to come, man. I think after this run here, we'll be running some apple fritter by Wedding Cake and some bag from Square One Genetics on one side, and then also some crescendo. I know we talked a little bit about crescendo last night, huh? And then
Oh yeah.
yeah, and then some ethos. That's by ethos, and then some ethos runts by GMO, and then some original GMO cookies. So pretty excited for that. Gonna do like a kind of a mini pheno hunt with all of those, just so I can get some new things, some new moms coming up, and some new stuff going, man. Now that I've really gotten to join the awesome array of genetics that I've seen so much on YouTube and heard all y'all talk about and stuff, and it's so awesome, man. I feel so blessed for sure, especially tonight, man. I couldn't even think of a better birthday present than to be fucking talking shit with Eagle Gardens, man.
It's an honor to have you, my friend. It's an honor to have you. I'm fucking stoked to have you on here. It sounds like you're doing some good things down there. I'm looking forward to seeing you use some of this new fire genetics. Hopefully, uh, You never know. Being on the show has its weird ways of working. You never know. You might just find some fire genetics sitting on your doorstep that you never even knew about. You know,
Hey, I'm
lots of
game,
breeders
man.
watch this show. That's for a lot of breeders watch this show. That's for sure. And you never know when they need testers. That's for sure. I did post your Instagram up in chat there for anybody that wants to look down the page and give him a follow. If nothing else, it's a good birthday present, guys. Give him a fucking follow. You know, everybody enjoys that follow. Red Center Farms in
Absolutely,
chat.
man.
What's up,
Absolutely.
brother? Got a bunch of great people in chat. Red Center Farms, Mountain Sky, SoCal Weed Nerd. I hope you're doing well. Smiley's Gardens, of course. CJ Apple, Shark Pulley 989. I need to talk to you, brother. Dirt Road Dude, Chris Mertz. So many great people hanging out.
It says chat publicly.
Rate coming in all the way from Germany, checking out the show. All the way from Germany.
Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to get in on the chat. Trying to get my other device working and everything so I can get on the chat and talk to everybody. So bear with me.
No worries. E likes 1978. How you doing, Killer Bees? You got all kinds of happy birthdays coming in, chat. Chris Mertz says he followed you earlier today. Ganja Grower is his handle. I knew that. So
Man,
how was it? You said you worked in the
thing.
garden today, but how was the overall day, man? I mean, did you get out and at least, have a nice dinner or something like that? Spend some time with some family or some friends? Any?
Oh yeah, well, mainly to tell you the truth, I did a lot of working today. I'm in the middle of a remodel, man, and I had to do a lot of talking back and forth with Wolverine Gardens. I know you've had him on here, and yeah, so I had to talk with him a lot. I actually used his working with him with his discount codes and stuff, and talking back and forth with HLG. He really hooked me up. I got some more HLGs on the way. That way, I'll have two 650s in the main flower room, and then I'm in the middle of turning my veg room into another flower room. That way, I have basically two 4x8s in flowering at all times. So that'll be pretty nice. And right now, I'm gonna end up moving my HLG 320s over into that room. So that'll be pretty cool. So I dealt with that all day, but I did have a real nice breakfast with the wife, man, and so that was really cool. But man, I wanted to get everything done and really cleaned up. I've been slacking on the cleaning, even though y'all probably aren't going to see any of that. Just figured I needed to have that done.
You're welcome to show if you want to show, that's for sure. But no birthday ink, man. I see you got some ink there, man, and I am a huge fan of ink myself. No birthday ink, that's almost a must.
Oh man, I know, dude. I know. I just figured this year, I really wanted to crunch and grind in the garden, man, and just really kill it this year, man, and in the next years I'll celebrate. But yeah, man, I'm definitely I'm a big fan of ink, dude. I've got it everywhere, neck, everything. I'm definitely. If I have my back piece is done, everything. Let's see, and all this. And
I can appreciate it.
yeah, I definitely, my legs, man, my legs are empty canvases pretty much. So I want to get some really, yeah.
I'm ass backwards. I'm from the toe to the hips, fucking not even a fucking blank space. And then I've got, a lot of blanks coming up. I'm working from the toes back the way up.
Yeah, we just did it backwards, man. We just did it back. That's cool. But yeah, man, they're basically blank canvases, brother. So I want to do some real life like plants and maybe some of the crosses that I do and get them tattooed on me. I think that would be really interesting. There's some really good artists out there. Do you tattoo, Eagle?
No, I wish I would fucking be covered. I
Yeah,
wish I would. Unfortunately, I'm at the mercy of some good artists, but yeah, I don't have. I have decent vision, but I don't have the artistic vision of like shading and stuff like that. Some just a little bit of appropriate shading can change the whole picture of things. And I just lack that. You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I'm not. I've done some tattoos, man, but nothing that I would have on my body. I can tell you that.
That's brutally honest. Hell yeah. Well, at least you tried, man. You know, uh,
Yeah, right.
and unfortunately, even if I wanted to start tatting on myself, I've already used all the good, trial errors, teach yourself spots. You know what I mean? The legs and shit like that. I'd be trying to like tattoo spots on my stomach and shit. I would want to learn them in them areas for sure.
Hell yeah. It's funny. One thing that I've noticed with a lot of people in the South, anyways, is we seem to have all started with our arms. So our sleeves are always, mediocre, and then everything that I have on my body that's my back piece and my chest and my neck, that's all just A1 ink, man. Just awesome art. It's so funny.
That is kind of funny because like all the Mike Best stuff too is kind of hidden. You know what I mean? I haven't touched that back yet, just because that's prime territory, and I can't see it. There's enough tattoos I have right now, like on the back of the legs and fucking back of my arms. I got a fucking demon on my side that I forget about all the fucking time and shit. And
With that side,
it's
man.
just
Ooh.
man, that back, I can have a hard time cutting off all that cash for a tattoo that I'm just not going to enjoy that often. You know what I mean? It's that one's for everybody else, not me. You know what I mean? And I'm not one to just stand in the mirror like this and try to get a glimpse of my tattoo and shit. I
Yeah,
want to see that shit, man. I love my
yeah, right,
and
right.
that shit
I know one thing
serves.
that
Go
that
ahead, man.
side, man,
I'm
that
sorry.
that side is the beast, dude. That was some pain there, buddy. For real. Everything else,
I
man,
had
when
that.
it seemed like when I started, it hurt real bad the first like two tattoos, and then after that, I learned how to block it out, man, and it quit hurting. And then I kind of saved my sides for the last, man. And when I did those, dude, I thought I had it mastered, bro. And I realized real quick, dude, I didn't. It humbled me, dude. That needle still hurts, bro.
Oh man, I must have fucking close to 30 hours into that fucking demon, and it needs good 8 more hours. That was the one tattoo out of every one that I've got that I've like, okay, finally, that was the first one I gave that artist like artistic, freedom on. You know what I mean? I gave him something that, this is something what I'm looking for. Here you go, run with it. And oh man, it's still to this day the one I just hate the most. And it needs a third coat. It really does. It really needs a third sitting in that thing, which will be all scar tissue that third round. And I'm not looking forward to it, but it's getting done. And I don't know what it sounds like. You've got a little bit of, I was talking about this the other night that I love that tattoo, but man, that's where how I vent, man. That's I put put down a lot of negative energy and versus letting it out in the wrong ways, man. When I sit in that chair and fucking find that little spot in the wall or whatever, man, and just fucking tune out, listen to that machine, that all that negative shit that I've been holding on to goes right out through that gun and that ink, man. That's it's I jokingly say that I never tell the tattoo guy because he'd probably charge me extra for therapy. Ink plus therapy and shit.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, no doubt. It's definitely very therapeutic, man. It can help in a lot of ways, man. It can be a new beginning. It can be a memorial. There's so many things, man, and art is so awesome, man, and I love ink, dude. I'm really glad that society has quit looking down on people so much with ink, dude. It's gotten so much better for people with ink in the last 10 years. So that's awesome, man. Because we're artists, man. We love art, dude, and that's all that is. So that's really cool, man. Who are some of your favorite tattoo artists, Eagle?
Well, the guy I work with right now is Pat Barnes from Dark Horse Tattoo in Prudensville, Michigan. Who does a lot of my ink. I have a friend of mine, Chris. He owns a Snake and Dagger Tattoo down in Flint, Michigan. There, I think he's now relocated in Grand Blanc. Both of them do really good work. That's who I've worked with so far. I know a good few other good artists, but that's who's laid the inks up till now. So I guess just going from what I know, that's what I know. Need to. It's hard to branch out.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? To once you get working
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
somebody, you almost feel like it's like you're gonna hurt his feelings. You know what I mean? Especially when you got working so long, man. That Pat worked up and down both legs. You know what I mean? So now if I start going somewhere else, I can actually see him going, "What the fuck, man? What the fuck?" I've actually told him, last sitting, I'm like, why don't I just have? I don't understand why at this point, why like say the 15th or the 13th or 12th or whatever of every month, we don't have like fucking 4 hours just set aside because I'm coming. You know what I mean? It's that frequent anymore, man. Just fucking yeah.
Yeah, no doubt,
I
man. I
love
mean,
shit.
you definitely form a bond with them, bro. Whoever's tatting on you, dude. It's a lot of hours, man. I wonder, I really wonder. I wonder if it's some kind of pheromone or something that you put off because of maybe the pain you're going through, or the excitement you have that you're getting some art put on your body forever. I don't know what it is, but seems like the bond I've had with my tattoo artist, man, we're much more than that. I can bond much faster than I could with just a regular person, man. So I definitely agree, man. If I told them that, they'd probably charge me for therapy too, bro. But I've got a lot of Bob Tyrell pieces on me, dude. I'm sure you know who that is. I've got a few Paul Booth pieces on me, dude. When I was younger, I really liked like that real dark, evil skulls, and I liked a lot of biomechanical to tie everything in, and bioorganic. But now that I'm older, and since I've started growing, I've changed, dude. That's something that I wanted to get into tonight too. That growing is changed my entire mindset, bro. Like even as far as the ink that I want to put on my body, dude. I don't even want the evil, dark stuff anymore. I want plants or something that's light and positive and stuff like that. And that's from growing this miraculous plant. It's so awesome. It's basically a cure all, bro. That's been put on this earth for for us to enjoy as medicine for cancer, for PTSD, for, I mean, just it's a cure all. Any ailment you have, it's there, dude. That's why I started growing this. My uncle, he ended up getting leukemia. I started growing for him, and I had PTSD really, really bad, dude. I loved weed so much, dude, and it was funny, man, when I started growing, dude. It's because we were smoking, and it was because a lot of us needed it medicinally, man, and we were in Texas, so there was no medicinal market or recreational, really. It was all black, right? So during Croptober, everything was fine, dude. Shit would make it to Texas, dude. But come the summer, man, it was few and far between, dude. So, you know, I had to shit or get off the pot, dude. I had to start growing, bro, and it changed my life, man. And I've helped a lot of people. The medicine that I grow is a lot cleaner, a lot stronger than the shit down here usually. And it's just it's awesome, man. And now that I came here to Oklahoma, dude, it's such a new market. It's so awesome, man. There's not a whole lot of growers here, dude. I feel like I have there's a lot, but not a whole lot. I feel like I have room to grow, man. And it's so cool, man. And now that I have access to all these new genetics and all this kind of stuff like this, I feel like I'm really going to be able to help some people and definitely help the people in my family that are still in need and myself too. But I just think it's so cool, man. I just truly feel blessed, and I feel blessed to be on the show, man, for sure.
So usually on the show we start right from the beginning. You know what I mean? You've kind of touched a little bit on your beginning grow experience, but when was your first experience with cannabis? I mean, as far as using it and stuff. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I was waiting for that subject to come up, dude. It's actually pretty funny, dude. I want to say I was about 12 years old, maybe. You know, maybe 13. I'm not sure, but I was on a school bus and I knew all my buddies did it, smoking weed and everything. And I just, but I played a lot of sports, dude. My mom was somebody that told me that you smoke a joint, you're gonna lose all your muscle, dude. So I was like, oh, I ain't trying to do that. So, anyways, I finally decided I wanted to try it out, man. So I told my buddy, go ahead and give me $10 worth, man. So I got that $10 worth, and I folded it up, man. I put it in my pocket and went through school the rest of the day, dude. And school was over, and I went home, and I was like, damn, dude. I don't know if I want to do. Like I was scared. I was scared to do it, dude. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. So I put it up in my speaker because I didn't know if my mom was gonna check, look at my shit or not. So I put it up on my speaker, dude. Went to school the next day. My little girlfriend came over that next day, and I was like, dude, I got some weed. So she kind of talked me into doing it, dude. And I literally, bro, I rolled it up in a piece of school notebook paper, man. You talk about the harshest, worst smoking joint that got me the highest I've ever been in my entire life, dude. But man, all I can remember, bro, is being the happiest and just I could not stop laughing, dude. And it was just the best time ever, man. And I can't say I was just immediately hooked or nothing, but I knew that I identified with something. I knew that there was something there that was really pure and just spiritual almost, man. And I definitely came back to it, a little later for sure. And smoked heavily in my teenage years, and after that, and I just grew to really depend on it, and I had I went to school for welding, and I had quit for a while to go be a welder, but I did that for a little bit, and it was cool, man, but I just it wasn't something that I wanted to do. I didn't wake up every day and be like, fuck yeah, I want to go weld something, dude. And it was cool, but now I'm helping people, dude. I help myself. I bond with my plants, man. I'd rather be with my plants than damn near anybody. And I wake up every day and love what I do, dude. I absolutely love what I do. You know, there's nothing like it, man. I just feel so blessed, dude. So I'm really, man. I'm just that was so. Anyways, that was my first experience, dude. That was my first experience. But
Nice, nice. Is there any way you could like adjust your phone a little bit? They're saying it's a little bit staticky. Just I don't know. Maybe just phones can be a little, crazy sometimes. Just on the angle
oh
they
yeah,
are.
let's see here.
That's better right there. To be honest with you.
Let's see here. That's good there.
Yeah, tons better. It was popping a little bit. No, that's shit tons better. Shit tons better.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
So when did the
Cool.
first time when did it become like a, kind of regular thing? Was you did it first time become like a regular thing right off the bat, or was it like a weekend thing? What
Um.
sports did you play? Let me be back up there, because you said it a little bit. I never heard that. That sounds like a mama's tale right there. That you'll lose muscle and shit. I've never heard that one and shit. But so sports
Yeah,
were you
man.
playing that you were afraid about that and shit? If you don't mind me
Yeah,
asking.
man. I was real big into football, dude. I played a little bit of everything, but I was real big into football, man. I was a strong side linebacker, played a little bit of running back, but mainly defense, man. That was my thing, dude. I wanted to fucking knock some helmets off, dude. But yeah, I loved it, man. It was really cool. But yeah, my mom, dude, she was just I don't know. She knew what kind of spirit I had, I guess, and knew I was gonna be, I guess a hard one to deal with. So she just tried to pound it into my head, dude. That any kind of alcohol or any drugs or anything. I mean, even weed, man. She was just started pounding in my head. And now, if you talk to her today, she doesn't believe that. She just a lot of these professionals, how they've changed their, professionals, anyways, but they've changed their minds and shit. It's crazy the things I heard, back when I was a kid, how your brain cells don't regenerate and all that kind of bullshit. And, now we know that they do, and weed is good for you, and you know what I mean? But, yeah, man, I played a lot of football, dude, and I ended up breaking my back. And, when I was playing football. And so that was when I really started smoking weed, but I ended up breaking my back, and I started smoking weed, and then kind of I started skipping school and stuff and doing that thing. Man, I got in a little bit of trouble, and then I ended up getting in this program to start doing some boxing, man, and I was going to be trained by George Foreman. So I did that for a little while. Did that for about 6 months, and I trained with him and his son George Monk Foreman. And so I went up before I went with him to one of his sons, George Monk Foreman's fights at the Coshada Casino in Louisiana. And that's when my boxing career was just going to start. I was an amateur, of course, but so we watched that fight, man. And on the way back, my dad wrecked the truck we were in, and I bruised my kneecap real bad all the way through, dude. And I couldn't train anymore for about 8 months. And I was about 16 years old at the time, 17 maybe. And at that age, dude, I just 8 months of not being able to train. That just seemed like a lifetime, dude. So it was just too much for me, man. So I started smoking weed again and doing my thing. But I dad went and got me a little job, and then that's when I started doing the welding thing, dude. But always had that weed, man. It just no matter what I did, dude, I could come home at night and smoke my weed, dude, and everything would be cool. But I wasn't happy, man. It just going to. I didn't mind working. I don't mind working for sure, no doubt. But I didn't feel like I had a purpose, man. I was just going and welding some shit every day. I didn't, wasn't helping nobody or wasn't doing nothing I truly enjoyed. So, you know, here we are.
That's important, at least in my book, to do something that's fulfilling your soul. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, the whole monetary system, that is, I don't agree with the whole monetary system. Kind of fuck. I don't think creator, whoever you call it to be, uh, had it set out for us to spend, 80% of our lives, working to pay taxes and other shit to get by just so we could house ourselves and eat and shit like that. It's just I don't know. I think somehow or another we've gotten way off base on that whole type of atmosphere. But it is, and so many people are trapped into that, you know what I mean? Jobs to where they're miserable and they don't want to chase their dreams, and it's sad. It's so nice to see people like myself and you and other people that aren't afraid to change things and realize that we can still live our lives and do something that we find fulfilling and chase that. Because most people don't. Most people, a lot of times, I think this is where the whole thing has gone wrong. Is I think a lot of people uh, are afraid to dream anymore. To actually lack that imaginary state where they can see their dreams. You know what I mean? Most people, when they dream, they just think of an idea, a couple words, but they can't ultimately see the picture, the house, the car, or whatever in their head, or them driving it or living in it, whatever. It is until that point that you can actually set it into tuition. You know what I mean? So it's the rare few, the rare 20%, whatever you call it, that can open their minds up to chase the dream that actually get that goal. And it's the numbers becoming bigger and bigger, but you know, it's important. Uh, it's amazing too. I say it almost every night. Until up at one point, we use this plant, we smoke it, and we have our medicinal, recreational values we put to it, the high, and release our anxiety. But it is once we start cultivating the plant, it's a whole new game. It brings out a whole new side of us. You know what I mean? It just reaches right in, and I mean, from the first time you see that seed sprout, man, you're hooked, man. That's your new favorite place. You want to, go to work, come back. How big they get today? How many more leaves? You know what I mean? It's almost a miracle every time you go in there. And then at one point, couple crops down, when things get to be a little bit more routine, even at that point, I have end of the day, just looking at the blood relief flow through your fingers, it's like you're transferring that energy from you to it, and it just takes it, turns it into something else, turns it into some amazing bud, and then you get relief from it again. But I find that same feeling that we were talking about under the gun there, the machine. They hate when you say that, by the way, machine gun. It's not a tattoo gun. It's a fucking machine, which pisses a lot of tattoo guys off. But it's the same feeling for me when I'm under that machine there and hearing that. I get that same relief in the garden, man. As soon as I get in there and I that focus, it's just like, which is nice because it's a lot cheaper to hang out in the garden than it is at the tattoo shop for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
So
man. Absolutely, and they seem to be some pretty good friends, man. Seem to be some pretty good friends. I love all my plants, dude. But for me, you know, when I started, I definitely, every day, dude. I mean, multiple times a day, I was in there staring over that thing, dude. That thing just saw my face from about 3 inches away, dude, staring at it. You know, all I did over the years of growing, man, I switched from staring at my bedroom to staring into my flower room. You know, I like to stare at the ones that are all budding and doing their thing. You know.
yeah, there's some pretty flowers. That's for sure. That's for sure, man. It's amazing how unique they can be from one strain to another. Color, shape of the bud, everything. Terp profile. That's one of the things that pull me into every time I pop a strain. I can't wait to see those very things, what that bud's gonna look like, what smells, color she's gonna look like. It can be so different. I can't think of a better passion to have right now. To be honest with you.
Oh, no doubt, man, no doubt. And also, you know, one thing that I really love is how over the last few years, how important terpenes have become, man. Oh man, that's so awesome because you know us as growers, we know what's up, you know, but you know a lot of people, you know, that use it medicinally and recreationally that don't grow it. You know, a lot of people didn't know what the hell a terpene was. You know, it was, oh, you got some bud, hell yeah, how much? You know, but you know those terpenes are so important because certain terpenes react differently to, you know, certain people, and you know it's a good thing to know what terpene profile you like and what terpene profile does good for what, you know, and that's something that I'm really trying to learn, and you know, I know what, you know, whether you're indicas and sativas do for what, but you know, nowadays with everything being hybrids, it's more about your terpene profiles and what they do. So it's those are so cool, man. So I'm really trying to learn about that, and you know, one thing that I'd really like you to hit tonight, or you know, if you know about it, man, is I want to get into some rosin, man, and I've been looking into it a little bit, but you know, do you need a freeze dryer to have really good to press really good quality rosin from hash, man, or can you do it with dry sift? Do you need to static clean it? You know, it's such they're so good for, you know, medicinally. I really want to get into that, and that's something I'd like to hit tonight. You know, I think that'd be a pretty cool topic.
Well, I got I know I don't press a lot of rosin myself. I can, help you a little bit. I mean, but quality rosin can come from just flour, straight up, flour. You know what I mean? It's rosin itself is it's an art form. It really is. It's one of them things that if you have the right mindset, which you should have about everything, that you'll never master anything. You know what I mean? If you go into that, you know what I mean. No matter what I do, I look at it that I'm never gonna master this, and I keep an open mind and try to learn things. And rosin's one of them things, man. it varies so much from temperature to strain. Every strain's different for how long you press it and how what temperature you're it and the overall product, how you work it in the end. But there's no really bad process. Right now, for the most part, some of the best rosins being made from, they're actually fresh frozen the flour and washing it into bubble hash and then pressing that bubble hash into some rosin, you know. And that's usually, they're taking usually from like a 45 to like a 120, catching that all in one bag right there. And then, pressing that one last time double bagged in some 15 to some quality rosin there. But again, time and temperature is very critical. It's all trial and error, and I'm sure your press has a lot to play into that equation too. So best advice I can get you is just yeah. Well, start why Pedro's Grow Room is excellent source. If you're not following him, I mean, I don't know of a better rosin extractor than Pedro. He's laying down knowledge. Like
Yeah, I definitely follow Pedro, man. He's got it going on, man. He's a good one, man. But yeah, there y'all have it, man, from Eagle, dude. Yeah, I definitely agree with you though, and about how it's a lot of it being in your press, man. So I was definitely looking into that, and what I was gonna build my own, man. It seems like you can do that a lot cheaper, man. Get you a badass press with a badass pressure gauge on it, man, and get you some badass heat plates so you can get bigger heat plates, but make sure you do the weight and the the how much the press can do and size that right with the plates though. That's something I've definitely been looking into for sure. But yeah, man, you definitely do that a lot cheaper because I was looking into a lot of them rosin presses from them companies that really have them good ones are expensive, dude.
Yeah, I've tried to get a couple rosin guys on, man. They're elusive. Hash guys and rosin guys tend to like be very introverted. I don't know, maybe it's just the time it takes to make good extracts or what, but whatever it is, man, they don't want to take time out to hang out, man. Too busy fucking pressing and washing whatever the fuck they do. That's for sure. Maybe it's just they don't want to divulge secrets, which is a bummer because we should always be able to open source knowledge so we can improve on other people's ideas.
Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt, and that's I truly believe in that, dude. I don't like holding those secrets, bro. That's one thing. I just started my YouTube channel because, like I said, I got up here to Oklahoma and can do that now, but I'm gonna be dropping a lot of instructional videos, dude. And because I have a lot of tricks of the trade, man, a lot of them, and I'd love to learn a lot more. I've never done learning. There's so much I have to learn, but man, I tell you, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go learn this rosin stuff, dude. And I'll come back on the show and we'll have another conversation about it, dude. If nothing else.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Somebody needs to come back on and talk about it. Diamond Press Cole. But you happen to watch us. You're in chat all the time, damn it. We were in works talking. I don't know what happened. Solar25, you too. He's another good extract rosin guy. If you're not following him on Instagram, Soulworth25. He's a Michigan guy here. I've had the pleasure of meeting him, quite a few times. But he's laying down some beautiful hash.
I'll have to check him out.
There, both in bubble and in rosin form there.
Yeah. Who's that again? Say that again one more time.
Soulworth, SOW Worth, or SOL Worth 25.
Awesome. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm always down to check that out. Hell yeah.
believe you may. I can't remember if Germany's behind us in a few hours or what, but it's Shirate's birthday as well today. Happy birthday to you too, good sir. Must have been a good day today for a lot of people, man. It's always awesome
Hell
when you
yeah.
share a birthday with somebody. Common bond.
Hell yeah, man! I was hoping to do some micro dosing, dude, for my damn birthday, but I just didn't get a chance to do it.
Oh man, you should have said something. I would have did it. I would have joined you on that for the show.
Yeah, hey, that'd be
It's
awesome,
happened.
man. It didn't.
It's
One of my
happened a
buddies
few
was gonna send me
episodes.
some, man. He didn't end up sending them. So, but yeah, that'd be so awesome.
Yeah, it should be done occasionally. That's for sure. Set yourself right.
You know, they say that's really good for PTSD as well. So I figured I'd give that a try.
I've heard that from more than one person, and from more than one person, I heard it's worked for them. It really has helped. Tanaze, uh, Tanaze's Gardens on embracing organics. There, he suffers from the same thing and utilizes psilocybin for that. And, great dude, great dude. So, checking him out
Yeah,
tonight
that
on
for
embracing
sure. That'd
organics
be
as well.
fun, dude.
He was one of the episodes there, brother. Me and him before the show decided. Well, that was what that whole episode was based on. It was just a psilocybin. We really didn't talk cannabis at all. That episode we talked about the healing powers and the spiritual effects of the mushrooms and that type of stuff. And then Indo 11 was another episode where we kind of decided off here that we're going to indulge a little bit. Heavy, a little heavy that night. A little heavy that night. But it was a good episode, man. It was a good episode. I did it
Yeah,
one
didn't
other time
you and
on.
Wolverine? You and Wolverine did an episode together. Didn't y'all microdose together or no?
No, he may have, but I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, okay,
BG
okay, yeah.
420. BG 420, I think was may have. I don't want to. I don't want to say no. May
Right,
I don't
right,
know. It
right,
might have been
yeah.
a good day for him, but yeah, it helps, man. It helps. I definitely encourage it. Sure. Yeah, one time I was actually the worst time I ever had. Hey, there he is, right there. What up, man? How you doing, man? Um, the worst time I had ever on that, I took some, and I was doing the Michigan Bros Growth Show, and fucking we're doing our normal goodbyes, you know what I mean? Last part of the show there. It comes around to me, and I swear it just seemed like maybe it started off like in my head, like maybe like a game of Duck Duck Goose, but ended up like a train coming at me. I just seen it as it come around to like me saying, my goodbyes and stuff. I was like, oh no, you don't. I just clicked right out, man. I didn't even say goodbye or nothing. Just box gone. Click later. See you next week. That shit ain't happening. Yeah, I fucking totally fucking panicked and shit. Couldn't do it. Other than that, it was been a pretty good ride. Pretty good ride on that kind of shit.
Hell yeah, man. I've had some times, dude. I've had some times, man. The first time I actually ever did any shrooms was the first time I went to Oklahoma, man, when my family lived up there. Did it with a kid that went to school with my cousin, man. He came over and had some shrooms, dude, and we fucking went out in the field. Man, it was funny because we were walking in the field, man, and and I literally got stuck, and I couldn't walk anymore because I seen all these like little lasers all over the ground everywhere, man. You know how if you look at like watching old school, maybe James Bond movie or something, and they got all those red lasers everywhere. You know what I mean? So like an alarm. There's an alarm tune, like a security system. There's lasers everywhere, dude. Well, that's what I was seeing, man. And they were like white. I got stuck. I couldn't walk, man. I'd sit there and try to tell myself, man, it's fake, dude. It's fake. And I'd run and it'd go away and then it'd show back up and it'd stop me, dude. That went on for hours, man. It was hilarious. But that's probably because I drank some damn tea, man. But the first time was not good, not very good. After that, every time's been great though.
Yeah, I like it. Usually when I fucking shout out to Scarecrow 420. What's up, brother? Audit everywhere. Um, when you see an aura, have you ever been to the point where you can actually see like auras? You know what I mean? Around you and shit, people's auras and the color of their auras and shit. Usually when I've been to that spot, I know I'm in the right zone right there. Like, all right, clear my mind,
Yeah,
focus
yeah,
on
I
some shit.
definitely know what you mean. I really do. That's funny you say that, man. Because to me, it always looked like this colored like fuzzy vibration looking heat wave things, man. You know what I mean? But it was cool, man. It just depends on your mood, man. Always the colors seem to change. It's cool. It depends on everybody around you and their mood. Definitely, man. I definitely know what you mean. That's awesome.
Good days right there, man. So, you
Man,
know,
shout out to
tell
everybody
me,
in chat, dude. Everybody in chat. I
yeah,
really appreciate y'all. I really appreciate y'all tuning in with me on the show. The show's awesome, and you know a lot of y'all I see on this chat all the time, man. And really, you know, you follow Eagle, man. I love your shows. I love what Eagle does. I love fucking talking shit with motherfucking Eagle, dude. You know, he does a really good thing, man. He does this every single night, dude. What other show does that, man? Every night gives you something to watch every night. That's awesome, dude. We appreciate it, bro. For real.
I appreciate you the kind words, that's for sure. It makes it easier to do, man. It really does. And what a lot of you guys don't realize that when you guys are saying that is, it's much thanks to the people like yourself that come on the show and help out. This can't be done every night without people like yourselves and everybody else that comes on here and tunes in. It's a machine and it takes all working parts. You know what I mean? For it to work correctly. Chat shows up every night, dedicated. Not only do they show up, they've always got positive things to say. They support each other, and not just in this community, but in other communities as well. And they refer people to the show. It's not, it's gotten way, way, way past me anymore. People in chat are now helping out with trying to line up guests and shit. I mean, this thing's really looking. Peter Griffin, I don't know if he's in chat or if I've seen the pleasure of his name. He's kind of put me in some contacts with, possibly getting like some comedians on, or some maybe being able to use some comedy spots or, get maybe some musicians on or something like that. Mix it up just a little bit to where, right now YouTube's kind of really fucking with me on the copyright thing. I was really kind of showing them the finger too on some of that shit, and because they were, I guess, my bad. You know what I mean? They were just kind of smacking me a little bit. Dude, I was rocking out and fucking what the fuck ever, and they were like, because the videos weren't getting taken down, I was like, what the fuck ever, and they were all saying copyright claim, And but now they're like for some of the same songs, they're just starting to fucking pull episodes down. Wolverine is down right now until I got to go back through. And you know what's one of the bitches is one is like a new song that I just seen. It was Black Puma. Yeah, the Black Pumas uh, Colors, which is like a real bluesy type song with a great message and shit. And we've been rocking it out, man. And that's the one that keeps smacking us down, man. It has pulled a few episodes. So now I got to go back through and either mute all conversation or try to edit that part of the song out, and then I can re-air the episode. And but so what I've learned from this whole mess is. So like tonight, if some we've discussed before the show, and like I do with everybody else, because of that, I don't want to fucking have your episode taken down. So now every night, if you don't go the full distance, I'm just gonna go, okay, I'm signing out for a minute and ending it right there. No fuck ups. So it can't be taken down. And then I'll just re-air and go the rest of the day, 420, you know what I mean? And then rock out and whatever. And then if they take down what I'm gonna call the rabbit hole after that, they fucking take the rabbit hole down. As long as they don't take down my guest episode, I'm cool with, I'm cool with them. The bullshit portion of it, eh. If I'm sitting there playing music and just fucking off, I'll take the shot. But I ain't gonna risk a guess anymore. You know what I mean? The Wolverine, I grew some. There's a couple other episodes where I was a fucking dumb enough to fucking play some good music afterwards. So now I gotta go back and fix that shit. And but life's a lesson, man. Life's a lesson. You live and learn. To them people that I fucked up them episodes, I'm completely sorry. I'm working 100% to try to get that shit back up on the air. One form or another, you have my word. That shit's that's gonna be back up. It's gonna be back up. So just be patient. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was an idiot. I learned. I'm sorry. But yeah, you know.
Absolutely, man. But yeah, no, like you said though, life's a lesson, dude. Life's definitely a lesson, man. And I'll tell you what, every lesson that I learned, let me put it like this, dude. I've had a lot of problems, dude. Growing's an everyday struggle. Everyday struggle. And there's no talent. Sometimes there's some variables that fucking happen that just don't normally happen. And especially when you're in the South, dude. The summers are a bitch. Even indoors. but all these problems that I have, dude, all these struggles, dude, it's another lesson, man. You learn it. That's content, dude. You can teach everybody else, man. And dude, it just makes all of us a better grower, man. That's why I love Instagram. I love YouTube, dude. I love this community. Everything I learn, I'm going to share. If anybody has any questions, come fuck with me. Ask me, shoot me a comment, DM me, whatever, and I'll take the time out and help you out, dude. But definitely, man. Every lesson for sure is a blessing, no doubt.
So we kind of touched a little bit on grow very little. Kind of got I reeled you back before you got in there. So uh, what was it? Everybody for me, it was a straight up cost. You know what I mean? I got tired of paying for the fucking bud. I had a friend that was growing it. I kind of seen that it was achievable. You know what I mean? I, I don't think he seen that shit coming. By the way, I was like, coming over, getting my shit. He was like, "Hey, check this out," and then the next thing I know, I'm like, "What are you doing?" Taking some mental notes and shit. And it wasn't for long. I was ordering the shit, like crossing it out, man. He helped a little bit in the beginning there, but you know, I had That was the reason I crossed over. So, what was the reason why you decided to turn your lights on? You know, walk me through that phase of your life there.
For sure, man, for sure. You know, like I said, man, I definitely I struggled with PTSD really, really bad, dude. And my uncle, you know, he ended up getting cancer, real bad leukemia, and we were smoking weed, dude, a lot of it. And we fucking needed it, dude. It was, we went through just this real state of depression, dude, and he was sick, dude. I didn't go through nothing like him. No, not, nothing. He was real sick, dude. Just not, but, for both of us, the plant fucking helped, dude. It fucking helped, man. Like you, dude, the cost, that shit was a lot, dude, and that shit cost a lot of money, man. And not only that, but we could find it, like I said, Croptober and for a few months after that. But come the summertime and shit like that, dude, it was far and few between, man. And what was there wasn't worth the fuck. It was pretty dirty, and no telling what the hell, who the hell grew it. So I just figured I'd try it out, man, and start growing it, dude. And you know, for me, dude, I didn't have no choice, man. I had to learn. I had to fucking learn, dude. I read books. I fucking countless hours, dude. I mean, still to this day, dude. Every day I wake up, man, I'm on my Instagram. I'm on other people's pages. I'm looking at setups, dude. I'm reading. I'm talking to companies. I'm watching Eagle shows, dude. Listening to his guests. I'm fucking learning, dude. Learning all the time. That's what it takes, man, to be to be a grower, and to be in this industry, dude. You gotta always be learning, dude. Always be learning. You never know everything, dude. I know so much more than I did when I started. I know that when I started, bro, when I decided to do this, I couldn't tell a male from a female. I thought it was the number of fucking points on the leaf, dude. Straight up. I didn't know. I didn't know shit, man. But I learned, dude, over the years, man, and learned a lot, dude. I'm looking forward to teach y'all. Looking forward to teaching y'all my tricks, and I'm really looking forward to learning some new ones, dude. And this whole new door that opened up to me with genetics and people, all these awesome people that I've been meeting, and man, this is so exciting, such a blessing, dude. And I know I'm gonna be able to help so many people, and that's what makes it worth it to me, man. That's what makes it worth it to me. I get to wake up every day. I get to love what I do. My dad always told me when I was growing up, dude, if you love what you do, you're not gonna work a day in your life, dude. So, and he was 100% right, man. Because I'll work my ass off, dude, from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, dude. And I love doing every bit of it. If I was doing this for any other job, I'd hate my life. Because I work my ass off, dude. And it doesn't even seem like shit, so no, this is such a blessing, man.
I love all aspects of it except pot washing day. For some reason,
Uh,
I fucking hate pot washing day. Transplanting when you fucking going up and you have to wash those, and transplant up and you have to wash those. Do not like pot washing day. Everything else I love. I don't mind trimming. I'm not a big fan of dry trimming, but I'm down with everything else except having to wash the pots. That's the biggest thing I don't like. So tell me about your first setup there. What what kind of medium did you use? What kind of pots did you use? What kind of light did you use? You know, can you let me in a little bit of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely, dude. I'd love to tell you, dude. Man, when I started off in a little bitty closet, man. I went and got a 5-gallon bucket, dude. I started off with some regular little soil. I think I got from Lowe's, and I didn't know shit, man. I thought the soil that I bought was gonna be a little bit hot, dude. So I put some fucking some soil from the ground from outside, which you never want to do, dude. I fucking brought that shit from outside, put it in there, dude. And it sprouted up, and I had me a little bitty cheap ass light, dude. And it grew though. It grew, and before that thing flowered, I had a whole room built for it. I had learned a whole bunch, dude, and I let that thing veg for about 2 months, dude. But before that thing flowered, I had a nice little room built for it, and I learned quick, man, learned quick, and so I put it in there. I flowered that bad boy out, man. And it turned out pretty good, dude. But only as good as it can when it's bag seed from not even very solid genetics. You know what I mean? But turned out pretty good to me, at that time. So, oh man, I was hooked, dude. That was it. That was off to the races, man. So, after that, I started growing a little more. I found Fox Farm. I used them for a little while, and then I started getting finding some more of these little more exotic strains, dude. And what I personally found with Fox Farm soil with some of these hybrids, some of these exotic hybrids. See with the way I was growing. See, I was treating it synthetic, man. I wasn't into organics. I was trying to get as big as a yield as I could with the space that I had, dude. And organics to me just wasn't the way I was going to do it, right? So I was treating it the wrong way in the first place and feeding it their synthetic line. Basically, it has some organics but some synthetics. So it was just it wasn't ending up right, man. It was throwing a bunch of variables in there and causing a bunch of deficiencies and toxicities, and it was flowering, and I was pulling off harvests and shit, but it wasn't what I would consider quality, dude. And I switched back. I started learning and learning, and I was like, man, what's gonna give me the control? What would give me put all the variables in my hands, dude? And I was like, well, I guess a neutral medium, and and what I was told, if you're going to at the time anyways, and I still believe that, I believe it to be true. If you're starting off and you want to start off with learn some hydroponics and start off with a neutral medium, cocoa is the way to go, man, because it's a little more forgiving than rock wool and hydroton and stuff like that, and deep water culture, RGWC, definitely a little more forgiving. And it grows some really great, clean plants, man. And so when I started off some, synthetic, just real clean, and started getting some runs off, and it was great, man. And I didn't have no more deficiencies and no more toxicities, dude. I would take notes. That's another thing, dude. Take notes, man. Take all your notes. And what I would do is I would run my strain, and I would write every day down. And the first time I would run it, I would write down the day that I saw a burnt tip, and I'd look at them every day. And as soon as I start seeing some burnt tips, I'd write that down, man. And the next time I grew it, I would go 3 days before that day, and back down on the feeding. And by doing it like that, I really unlocked my genetics, man, and really grew some good clean shit. And then after a few years, I learned about supplementing with some microbes with synthetics. I run my synthetics in my reservoir and I hand water my microbes in there. And me personally, I like to use my recharge and my tribus, dude, I love those two products, man, and I'm looking into some Power C, dude. Wolverine's been talking to me about that Power C, dude. I saw MedGrow 1. He went ahead and took that plunge, dude. It's definitely expensive, man, but I've seen it do some really good things, man. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and go to that next. But yeah, man, that the synthetics and the micros has definitely gotten me that real oily, terpy, the shit that you break apart and it's just, it's so sticky. You just slimy, it is, oh, it's so good, dude. But it's just really working out for me. But yeah, man, that's how I got started. And that's kind of how I tweaked my technique.
That's good advice. All good advice right there so far. Very good advice, brother. And it's good that I like to hear the fact that you emphasize the importance of adding microbes in with your cocoa, even though it's a synthetic nutrients lineup. I've I've said that from the beginning. People have asked me why. Oh, you don't need it if it's synthetic. Your roots should just be able to uptake because it doesn't have to process it. I've always disagreed with that. A good root zone, a healthy root zone, full of microbes, is able to handle anything you throw at it. It helps its immune system. It helps take up anything that might be left up or going bad in your medium there. Or in my case, on top of my synthetics there, I do like to add natural inputs. Sometimes molasses. Sometimes I like to incorporate a little bit of fish fertilizer in there, and that ain't possible without having a healthy microbe system in rhizosphere in your cocoa. Without that, you're just wasting the shit. In an artificial or synthetic system. But man, them new microbes that keeping that root zone healthy for me is very, very important. And I say to this day, my what I take out on top that weight, you know what I mean? It's a good measure of what I do, but man, I really measure my performance in that pot when am either recycling my cocoa or taking that pot outside and fucking flipping it out into the yard. When I'm dissecting that root ball. If there's room to go in that 10-gallon pot, I know That's where I know I can fucking push that girl a hell of a lot harder than I did. Round two, it's time to a push the microbes a little bit harder, and b just push her all together a little bit more harder. It isn't when I see that pot, fully root bound, and then I go, okay, I've maxed this strain out. Maybe it's time to start maybe tweaking some CO2 or whatever because she's handled everything I could do here. I really appreciate the fact that you pointed that out, though. Even though that you're running a synthetic form, you were still worried about adding the microbes. It's very key. It's very key. And even in Turks, it's proved to be an added value in Turk production. What's going on in the rhizome here? So you're very very on point with everything you said, bro. Very on point.
Yeah, I appreciate that, brother, man. It's definitely what I've noticed worked for me, dude. I'd love to get some of my shit tested, dude. I haven't had the pleasure of doing that yet, but like to be able to do that. I'm pretty sure I'd do pretty good in the turps, dude. And you know, because I definitely from the microbes, man. And I noticed, I literally noticed a difference, man. And not only did I have to wait till the end product to notice a difference, dude, but even each time I inoculate the root zone with those microbes, about 3 hours after, when I go in there, dude, those things are praying hard, man. I mean, standing straight up, dude, straight up, and I can literally see it, dude. You know, and so for sure, man, for sure, those microbes are where it's at, dude. But another thing that I did to develop my here at the end is I cut out the sweetener. I used to think that I needed to add a sweetener in there for the microbes, man. But for one, recharge basically has its a little bit of a sweetener in there, but another thing, man, you really don't need it, dude. The microbes are are helping carry those nutrients to the plant, dude. I never noticed a difference with the sweetener, man. When I took it out, dude, it seemed better to me. It seemed like the sweeteners would kind of influence the taste in a little bit of a negative way sometimes, dude. But I definitely noticed the microbes by themselves without the sweetener was the way to go for sure.
Nice. I appreciate that input. Myself, the only thing I do use as a sweetener is molasses, and it's not much to be honest with you. It's like 3 tablespoons for 17 gallons, 15 gallons of water there. So it's not much per water, just enough for. And I'm not. It's a little bit for the microbes, but more or less, it's more for the plant. A little bit of sugars for the plant to uptake, and I find they work well. Molasses works well as a hardener a little bit later in flour. You can't take it quite to the end. You should honestly pull off at least like a week and a half before. But it definitely is a nice bud hardener in itself. So, with that being said, I fully agree. Some of that shit you buy though, the bud sweeteners, the bud bud candies and shit like that, and it's especially when the ones that are fucking flavored, berry and shit like that. Yeah, that's all great. If I want to grow a fucking berries in my weed, I'll grow a fucking berry strain. What I want to put that artificial bullshit into my fucking cannabis for. That part of it, I totally fucking don't understand.
Yeah,
But it's just the
absolutely,
way it
bro.
is.
And that's basically what I meant was the sweeteners that have the extra shit, the sweetener, the artificial flavors and shit like that. Some of them are berry, pineapple and shit, but the molasses is great, dude. That's what I meant when the recharge has a little bit of a sweetener in it. It has that it's either 3 or 5% molasses in there, and that's a little bit of the food for the micro, man. And they have a lot of it has a lot of different strains of microbes in there, and then the tribus that I use is a real concentrated form of the bacillus strains, that are basically made to fight that synthetic nutrient that might kill off some of those microbes, man. So that's definitely that was important to me. I know they say some synthetics can kill off the microbes, but since I added the recharge and the tribus dude with the concentrated bacillus, it just fucking killed it. It killed the game, dude. Straight up.
Well, even if it did, the microbes don't last as long. I think I remember right if I seen that correctly the other day. The average microbe cycle from the time it in the soil from birth to whatever is only like 6 days anyway. So it's kind of really reproducing. And in your case with the tribus, you're adding it constantly anyway. You're constantly inoculating the soil with new microbes. So some are dying off with it as well. Well, it's coming with a whole new load every time. And if it wasn't important, then microbes, even in an altered salt type environment, why the fuck are we adding it? It says right on the label. It says fucking what's it at? Weight and density. So, if it, basically that's what we're adding it for. So, if it doesn't have any effect, why would we, add it in the cocoa system, or why wouldn't it matter? It matters. It fucking matters, both in weight, density, and terms. It needs to be in the equation, even in an synthetic form. It has to be there, man. I agree 100%. And there's some good formulas. That Tribus, I haven't used it myself, but because of the price tag, sooner or later I bite the bullet. But because I've heard such great things about from the people that have used it. It's one of them things that I don't necessarily jump on all the time, but if you hear good things about a product for so long, you can't help but want to try it. you know. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
kind of
for sure. For sure. Well,
if I can get
the
over
main
that
seller for
sticker
me was
shock.
the dilution rate, bro. That was the seller for me, is that I could dilute it so far down. It has I do the light feeding, which is zero point 0.5 milliliters per gallon. So it lasts me quite a while, man. And that's been the whole thing that I've been waiting with the Power C, dude. The I might get that because it too, that's zero point 0.5 milliliters per gallon, I've been told, dilution rate. But that, I want to try that because it has some extra amino acids in it that I think would really benefit. The recharge has some in there, but it's a real low percentage. And I really think I could benefit with some extra amino acids that Power C has in there. And also the type of silica it is supposed to be really bioavailable to the plant, man. So I'd like to give that a shot, dude. They don't pay me, by the way, but it's just I'm not ever big into all these hype nudes and all that shit, dude. But these last two things that I've gotten that were hype, that I heard a lot about, fucking work, dude. These microbes that we're talking about, this recharge and this try this, dude. I don't work for these companies, but they fucking work. They made a big old difference in my garden and in my end product. So that's cool, man. I do look forward to trying that Power C for sure. A lot of these new products, man. It's really it's exciting, dude. Because it's almost like these new LEDs, dude. Like technology for us indoor gardeners is just fucking killing the game, dude. It's making it awesome, and look, we're being able to really pull some shit out of our ass, dude. It really grows some good shit with some of these new products, man. With the same techniques that we had before, just supplementing some extra shit with some of the same strains, and I'm noticing a difference, dude. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely the heyday. That's for sure. It's such a nice. It's the way it's all coming together. To be honest with you, right all at once in a good convergence of good things all at once coming together all at once. I've noticed this, and it's the amount of good information that came out or was available right when a lot of the medical states took off. You know what I mean? There was a lot of great YouTubers that were out there putting info out in a very understandable way, and that which allowed a great start for younger growers like yourself. Man, I can't believe I say that so often. You know what I mean? That we're able to take the reins and fucking just run with that shit. You know what I mean? To where some of us, it was trial and error because we were afraid to talk about it and shit. It was all taboo, and we got to go. But for the lucky golden age for you guys, man, that fucking information was there. You could readily talk to everybody from the get. You've got amazing lights, coming out, the LED fucking revolution. This fucking, like you say, the new nutrients, microwaves, this fucking technology that's coming through that wave. It's a fucking, this is the wild west of cannabis, you know what I mean? It's fucking nice to ride this wave in any form that I can. You know what I mean? It's great people along the way. It's amazing how it just brings people together. It's fucking, you know, this is this is a golden age. It really is. Like we were talking about right from the beginning of this episode, man. Cannabis is the golden age right now, and you can't help but love to be a part of it. And it's easy to be a part of it. All you have to do is fucking, you know, if you think you were, like we said before, if you think you're happy fucking smoking that shit before, fucking buy a light and throw some plants in the ground and fucking see what the fuck happens next. Because it's a whole new ball game. You thought you loved, being around the culture and smoking it before. Once you've got a few plants going, man, whole different thing. Whole different thing.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely, man. You will be hooked, man. It's weed itself. I don't find that addicting. It's wonderful. I don't find it addicting, but growing to me that has been addicting, dude. I don't ever want to see myself stop, dude.
I honestly think fucking there's a guy Green 13 that has been a friend of the show, and he's had a past episode. But I think he really said it best. You've seen all those fucking commercials, fucking, cannabis is a gateway, marijuana is a gateway. He says, yeah, it is a gateway to horticulture. Because once I started fucking growing, man, it just turned me on to fucking wanting to grow fucking vegetables, wanting to grow a better fucking plant. It just, yeah, it was a gateway, all right, to a lot better fucking things. And it couldn't have been any better said. So shout out to you, Grade 13. Fucking nailing that shit. Hell yeah, man. Couldn't have been any more right.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%, dude. It was a gateway to much better things, dude. No doubt. No
So
doubt.
you once you got going, what was one of the first things you tweaked in your system? You said you had a basic light or whatever, but as you got going and you started gather your passion for the plant, what were some of the things that you started tweaking right off the bat? You realized, things are good, but you touched on base with the soil there, but how did you? Well, from one room, or from that first room, was there anything that physically changed in the room? Lights, pots. You mentioned soil. Anything else? Maybe technique.
Yeah, man. Big time, dude. See, when I first started out, dude, I used to grow, let's see, a lot bigger plants. And then I kind of figured out that I could put a lot more into a smaller space and kind of, if if you're in a place that you can do that, dude, I understand sometimes, you're in a state that didn't allow that. You've got a 12 plant count, dude, or something like that. You've got to grow some bigger plants. That's 100% understandable. But if you're in a place where you can have a little bit higher plant count, some places are even starting to gear towards canopy size, and going basing it off of that, which is awesome because that's going to take it to a whole nother level, when I can get a hell of a lot better yield when I can cram more plants in there that has a smaller biomass of stems versus a bigger biomass of stems, and more nug mass, I get a better yield. So that changed my technique. Let's see, I do like, there for a little while, I went to the fabric pots, and I'm still using them now. I think they're great, but I could get just as good as results with the plastic pots. In fact, I'm thinking about using some a little bit smaller plastic pots in this next run, and going down from 3 gallons to either 1.75 gallons or maybe some 2 gallons. Um, and putting even more plants in there than the 9. I might run 9 on each side, but I might put a little more in there. It depending on what I do with my other room there, because I don't want to have too many plants and shit. But it just depends on how that goes. But anyways, it's I would definitely I'm gonna cram as many in there as I can for sure, and and shorten my veg down. I used to do my veg a lot longer, so that's why I have the big veg room right now. My veg room is, just as big as my flower room because I would veg them for a while, and then as soon as I pulled my flower room off and harvested, I had it ready to go right in. And now with the way I tweak my technique, I can, every other harvest, I can basically flower out 2 rooms, with such a short veg cycle, and move the mothers into a little bitty old tent somewhere, and keep the genetics. So it's really given me a lot more play with things, and definitely my lights, dude. I fucking kill it with these HLGs, dude. Straight up, straight up, dude. These HLGs are the shit. They really are, man. These I just today I ordered another 650. Me and Wolverine got that through, and he's fucking cool as shit, dude. I love Wolverine, man. He really hooked me up. But uh, yeah, I wanted to. Well, I was gonna go ahead and I was gonna order all my lights at one time for this to finish this remodel, dude. But it was my birthday, and I was like, damn, I want to go ahead and I want to open a 650 soon, dude. I love them things, and I've already got one in there, so I've got the other one on the way to fill that 4x8 with all 650s there, and then move the 320s into the bedroom, like I said earlier, and then I'll get a couple more 320s, and I'm actually gonna add another little tent somewhere to house a few more mothers, and I'll probably get like a little 300 B spec for them to really tighten them nodes up and shit to have a lot of clones, on less plants. So that'll be cool. But yeah, man, definitely. I do the Floraflex manifolds and drippers and everything like that. But you can, I definitely, that's just the company I use. You can DIY some shit to work just as good, no doubt. There's so many different ways you can do your automation, man. It's once you do that the first time, it's just off to the races. It's really a fun thing to do and to learn, and you know, uh, just recently, man, I dealt with a problem that I hadn't had before, and I had used a chiller before, dude. And this one that I used, I was getting some brown grime shooting back into the res from it, dude. I was like, what the fuck, man? So I figured out what I had to do. I cleaned that bitch out real good, dude, and I talked to Floraflex. That's one good thing. That's why I use Floraflex, man. I talk to them all the time, dude. Like I literally know the Floraflex tech support dude, like on their Instagram. Like he's a personal friend, dude. Like we send videos and shit, and I send him all my pictures and stuff. Talk almost every day, man. And he's cool as shit. But he really helps out, man. So we came up with an idea to put some badass little those their inline filter strainers for this is half-inch hoses on the chillers on these reses that I have now. But we put one on the inlet and the outlet for it, and it worked badass, man. It solved the problem, dude, and it cleaned everything to where it just, works like a dream, dude. So that's another thing that I mean, dude. Like even still, I deal with variables that just fucking come out of nowhere, dude. That don't even haven't happened before with the same type of equipment, It just end up being a blessing, dude, because it ends up being some content that we can put up on our channel and teach somebody else, dude. So it's pretty cool, man.
Love
Yeah,
your
man.
attitude about that shit, man. I love your attitude about that. Not a lot of people like to shine them, problem areas, if you will. They want to just repeatedly, oh, it's beautiful, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. It takes a good person to go, hey, man, I hit a bump in the road. This is fucking how you feel. This is how you, put yourself too. So if you come up with this, it's good info. I'm glad really you look at it as a content or a learning experience for yourself and other people, and smart enough to document. That's pretty cool. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, man, for sure. I want to share everything, man, because I want everybody to share with me, dude. I want to learn. I want to learn everybody else's secrets too, dude.
Like we were saying, everything should be more open source. I think, it's when everybody starts holding back that information that it really starts holding us all back as a whole. Sure.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Because there's really no reason for it anymore, man. Because this industry's gonna go no matter what. It's gonna keep going, dude. And we might as well just all do it together and fucking and have a good old time, dude, instead of trying to hold something back. And man, that's too much energy to hold something back, dude. I want to share it with the world, dude. I get excited about this shit.
So, how do you suggest, or how do you? It sounds like you prefer a few girls into your flower area there. So, do you prefer to let them just kind of come naturally up? Kind of just a mono bud there, or do you prefer to top, and get a little bit bushier girls in there? It seemed like you'd have to have a little bit more straight up system for nine and tray there. So is that you know how you roll? You just let them come up naturally. Don't mess around with a whole lot of top.
Yeah. It just depended on what I'm doing. Like the side that I have the four plants on right now. You can check my YouTube and see them. But those I definitely topped and spread out a little bit. But on the sides that I do, the times that I do more of a sea green and really pile them plants in there, man. I top one time, man, and just let them go straight up, dude, and lollipop them and strip the shit out of them, dude. That's another thing I'd like to hit with real quick with my technique, man. I've definitely tried both ways with non-defoliation and with defoliation. I know a lot of people get real hot about that topic, dude, but dude, I strip them the fuck down. I do. I strip them the fuck down, dude. And right after I do, I can go back in the room 2.5 hours later, and just like after I inoculate with microbes, dude, they're standing straight the fuck up. Whatever's left is just thriving, dude, and they get fuller, more full of color, and anything that wasn't getting light before, it just really thrives, man, and I can definitely tell the difference when I do a heavy defoliation. So I like to do that when I put them into flower, and then sometimes I do it every 2 weeks. Sometimes I do it right after week 3 if I'm being kind of lazy. And just after the week 3 strip, dude, I just kind of pull them off a little bit every week. Anything that's blocking, because after that, I don't want to take too many fan leaves with trichomes and shit, man. These new genetics that I'm finally being able to try out, dude. The frost is coming out on the fan leaves now, dude. You know.
Appreciate that. That's for sure. I know myself. I prefer. I'm a heavy deleafer, especially in veg. You know, I find if I do a heavy deleafing in veg, I get a natural, or more naturally bushy plant without a whole lot of topping. You know, just making sure the light gets in there to the, right into the inner nodes, so then branches can take right off, and you get a bushy plant. I just without a whole lot of work. It's something I've utilized from very early on, and then it, like you say, it's only more beneficial in flower if you're not afraid to utilize it at the right time. I'm not, man. I don't, if I see something in the way, something with a purple stem, gotta go, gotta go. Something that's bigger than anything else on the plant, gotta go. I don't care where it's at, gotta go. If you're the biggest thing on the plant, gotta go. At least a few every watering, and that's like we talked about. That's even if it isn't terribly aggressive, it's a couple a day. You know what I mean? As I sit there and check everything out, it's like one over here. It's always a few.
No doubt, man. Yeah, I can't leave up out of there without having a couple of these with me, dude. No doubt.
Man, I tell you what, I was actually de-leafing in the flower on my LED tent that's behind this tent. Over there's another fucking row of tents. But uh, I was back there working yesterday, and I've been fucking listening for the Secret Life of Plants for the third time. I just it's every listen through there, I catch something a little bit. That's right now one of my favorite books. But I don't know if it were the in moment of listening in that book, or being really high, or just a zen moment. But I swear that girl, I'm looking at her, and it just like she was telling me exactly what had to go. You know what I mean? As I looked her over and spun her, she was just kind of guiding my hands, fucking. Oh, this is gotta go. This is, I mean, it was weird, but that's the way I looked at everything I touched in that plant, man. I just kind of let my hands go and let them talk to me that day. And like I said, it could have been maybe what I was listening to. Could have been maybe the fucking many joints I smoke while I'm in the garden. But I was definitely feeling it that day, for sure. For sure. I hope I hope that's not the last time that I'm able to tune in like that with playing. Because it was a pretty good fucking, de-leafing sometimes could be, a chore, but yesterday it wasn't. It was actually a really cool experience, and I dig them days.
Yeah, no doubt, man. That's the de-leafing is that's the only part that I let my old lady come in there and help me with, dude. That's something we usually do together, dude.
Well, that's cool that she helps. That's all pretty awesome all in itself, right there. Getting a little bit of fucking help in the room, doing what you gotta do.
Yeah, yeah, man. She's pretty interested in it, dude. She sees how it once she saw how it really started helping people and that it's a actual legitimate industry and stuff. She's pretty interested in it, dude. So that's a blessing there, man, for sure. I definitely wouldn't want to have it any other way, man.
Oh, I know it, man. It fucking. I think it's a little bit kind of funny that you know as women have always quickly pointed out, it's been a men's dominated world, in the cannabis industry, the growers world, which seems a little funny to me because, we've always grown up and been taught that, women growing flowers and gardening was a women thing. And now here we are in this day and age, and it's fucking, they say a men dominated fucking field. I just think that's kind of ironic that, here we are fucking, all we deal with is flowers and shit. And I don't know. I just think that's kind of a crazy aspect that when they say that it's a men dominated world, we can't even get into it. It just seems like they would be the natural the natural ones, growing the shit, you know what I mean? Maybe they were, maybe the ones secretly growing the shit. I mean, fucking didn't know. I don't know. But I just think it's funny they say they've never been, or there's not as many. Maybe I just think it's funny that there's not more, you know what I mean? I don't know. Seems like
Yeah,
it would
absolutely,
just be a
man.
natural transition for women to just fall in and grow. Again, maybe I'm just being fucking stupid. Probably. I'm
No,
going
yeah,
with
for
that.
sure, man. I mean, when I was growing up, dude, my mom was the one in the garden, dude. You know what I mean? For sure. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I'm surprised, but I know there is some. I know I watch DGC man a lot, and a lot of the flour he gets is from a really bad ass girl grower, man. Loving in her eyes. She's
I'm
real
trying to
cool.
get her on. I'm trying to get
Oh
her on.
yeah,
She's considering it. Yeah, I'm still in the consideration phase. I'm hoping she takes me up on it. Yeah, that'd be an amazing guest. There's a lot of fucking super talented women growers out there. For
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Had quite a few on the show, by the way. Fucking Miss Nudie, Quentin Queen, uh, it's me, 420 girl, Sonia Wait What, who was, she was a Russian. Well, not that the nationality has, shit to do with it, but it was just an interesting part of the story that she came born in Russia, come here, mid eight, nine, I think it was, and ended up, growing up and being in the cannabis industry. And she was very smart. Had been a trimmer, a lab technician, still working with related work in cannabis, and a very fucking talented grower. I was taking notes. I honestly was fucking taking some notes that day, and then still implementing some of the shit she talked about that day, like super cropping, carrying flower there, popping that stem in between bud nodes there to fucking increase yield a little bit. And what I picked up there, I was like, I started playing with, and I found it to be very true. A little bit more denser buds, a little bit bigger buds. So shout out to Sonia Wait What for that episode, that tip. I thought that shit was and that's like I said early on. 420, 420, man. I'm glad to see you, fucker. Um, uh, uh, that's what I love about this is, not just being open minded and listening to people's systems. I hear so many, and treasures can be found anywhere. Even if your system's different than my system, I could give two shits. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to preach your system. You're not trying to preach your system to me, but we're having a great conversation. And, and that's the way great things come about right there. You know what I mean? And I probably picked up some tips tonight. If not now, we're not done. We're not even done yet. You know what I mean? And it's been an honor to hear these stories firsthand. I know people in chat that watch the show have picked things up because they send me DMs every day saying, hey man, that was a great episode. I learned this or that. And, if I was stuck in my ways, I'd be missing a lot of this shit. But man, there's if you don't open up and listen to everybody and not scoff, that's another thing too. You know, environments and fucking just overall conditions, what we have to do and make do. That's the thing. That's another thing right there. You know, btddgrowz. Man, that's a long one to say right off the cuff. Um, you know, we should be more rather than like scoffing at what a person's got as a grow. We should be more like you're saying in the symbol and fall method, taking notes on how they've overcome their environment, the space, and are able to run with that shit and make the best of it. You know, not knock that. Oh, they're in a fucking shit. I actually love the fucking under the stair people. I do the small. All I got, and I gotta hide that motherfucker. I got a staircase. I'm gonna wall that bitch off. I'm gonna put a light in there. That's where I'm growing my fucking dank. That's fucking. I love that shit. That in itself is blazing. That little, type of micro grow blazes fucking innovation all in itself. So there's tips to be learned from that little micro grow to the big motherfuckers that are in here, doing thousands and thousands of plants at a time. There's knowledge in every person that fucking comes on here. I'm fucking honored to sit here and have you guys in front of me night after night. This is fucking, a cool thing to be able to be a part of night after night, for sure.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And it makes me think when you say environment, dude. I didn't even really hit on that, but dude, that is super key, man. Environment, for real. That's something I had to learn, man. Cause starting off, especially when I was in Texas, dude, that was a hard motherfucker. The climate there was just so humid. It was hot, and you starting off. I didn't have a lot of money. It took me. I had to, hustle and do my thing to finally get all the equipment that really dialed my environment in. So that was definitely a battle, man. But once I had everything and I really learned how important it was and learned not to fucking skimp on that shit. It really took my game to the next level, man. So you know, genetics and environment is fucking key, dude. So when I didn't have genetics, my environment had to be number one, man, because especially when I wasn't growing the top of the top, dude. So now that I have some badass, opportunities for genetics and shit, that's awesome. That's I truly believe genetics is number one, and then environment and nutrients for sure. But environment is very key, very very key.
So, what about we plant health, environment, two biggest uh, strengths in IPM. Other than that, do you have any good advice for like a veg time IPM or how you handled it in your neck of the woods?
Yeah, IPM, dude, that's real important. The microbes, man, that's fucking badass for IPM. That's basically a fail safe right there, dude. It really strengthens your plants, dude, and that's another reason I want to try this power seed, dude. They say that silica really helps strengthen your plants. But as far as IPM goes, I started off using green cleaner, which is has like neem oil and a few things like that. And I use it's like a paint sprayer, an electric paint sprayer atomizer, dude. It's basically the same thing that Floorflex came out with lately. Those badass those sprayers they got, dude. But works the same way, man. It makes it a real fine spray, dude. And they work badass. So I go in there and but I've been using Lost Coast plant therapy lately. So that's some badass shit, man. For real. And
Oh,
also, man, I started off, and I still do sometimes in flower. Fuck with ladybugs, dude. Believe it or not, it's just sometimes indoors they kind of suck, dude, because you know they love to fly into any of the fans or anything like that you have, dude. For real.
oh, for sure, for sure. All my intakes and stuff like that, I've learned to cover fucking with pantyhose work well as a fucking ladybug fucking deterrent and some of my intakes and shit like that. But the biggest thing about ladybugs is just the understanding of keeping them happy and trying to acclimate them at home. Most people make the mistake of bringing them in and dumping them out over the plant, which is nice. But moreover, if you can save some of them, buy another container instead of buying 1,000, maybe buy a couple 500. Dump 500 out, fucking on your plants where needed, and then put the other ones in a small like clone dome atmosphere with a little bit of fruit and water, sponge to keep some moisture there, and let them develop a little colony there, for a minute. Then when they go out, they'll lay fucking eggs everywhere, and then you'll have fucking ladybugs. You'll like establish a nice colony. After that point, you can start bringing them in every so often, just to kind of give the colony a little kick in the ass. But if you get them, keep them in a little place where they want to come back and do a little bit, grab a little bit of sweet water, sugar water, maybe some fruit, and just be happy for a minute before they go out there and start fucking their daily work. And you'd be surprised how long they actually hang out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And when I started off, for sure, that's exactly how I started too, man. It's so funny you say that, dude. I just threw them the fuck in there, man, and they died off on me, and I was like, well, this kind of sucks, dude. But and then what I did is what I got a little Tupperware bin and a sponge, man, and I did exactly what you said, dude. I got some sugar water and put it in there in the sponge, man, and they'd go in that sponge and they'd lay their larvae, man, and then them larvae are badass. Those are the ones that eat all the damn. They really eat, dude. The larva. That's really what you're after, So hell yeah, man. You're absolutely right about that, bro. No doubt.
Yeah, I think it's like the adults eat like what 10 to 50 like aphids a day if that's what we're gauging it by, and then them youngins can eat up to like 100 aphids a day. Fucking, and they're just like them little alligator predators there, man. They fucking just kicking ass. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something crazy, dude. If I'm not mistaken, which I probably fucking am, but I really think that the ladybugs will eat up to like 150 a day, and I think the freaking larvae will eat up to like 1,000, dude. Like they're hungry, man.
They're good preventative too, just to have in the room to help keep things on fucking point. You know, in flower, especially, in that room, to where you don't want to be spraying shit at that point. I know people say, bug shit. Nematodes are good, preventative too. Main thing's keeping things clean. In my opinion, that first stage of life there, keeping her clean and healthy and veg all the way through veg and maintain, you know, making definitely your last chances of doing anything to her as far as spray week 1 or 2. Anything after that, you better be counting on ladybugs and nematodes or anything like that. If you become a problem, I mean, heaven forbid, and that's just buggy problem. You know what I mean? If you get in PM's your issue. Fucking ain't none of that shit can help you. You know,
Absolutely,
so
man.
at where you're at, it seems like down there. you'd be not PM wouldn't be as bad of an issue for down there. More constant temperature. Yay, yay.
Well, really, down here, man, in the summer, you got to stay up on your IPM big time, man. There's the bugs get bad, dude. Especially where I'm out, basically in the woods, man. It's not like there's a high population, but there's woods everywhere, man. It's so the bugs are bad. They're real bad. You really, if you don't stay up on your IPM, dude, you're gonna fuck around and lose your shit, no doubt.
You're saying your mic's still popping a little bit. Just for shits and giggles, if you don't mind the wider shot, can you try spinning the phone so maybe the mic's not down? Yeah, just turn it on its side. There you go. Can you say something?
Is that better there?
Hell yeah. I think so.
How's
Yeah,
that
it's better.
sounding good there?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, dude. When once I went and really insulated everything and put all the polyboard up and insulated up above the shop and everything, dude, it's fucking hard to get some good service, man. I'll tell you that.
Right on, right on. So after you start growing there, what turf profile did you start chasing? What is your favorite turf profile right now? What are some of your favorite strains? Growing
Man,
or not growing?
I I never really got along with the limonene, the limonene. I never really got along with that. It tended to give me anxiety. So the Mercine, I really like that. The OGs. I'm not real familiar with all the terps. Let's see. I really like the any of the Afghani crosses in the terps they have. You know what I mean? Let's see. I really, man, I just really like the pine, man, the real piney terps. I really like those, man. So they got along with the OGs, and I'm looking forward to a lot of these new genetics I'm about to run because I don't think I've had the pleasure of even running these type of genetics with these type of terpene profiles. So I'm pretty fucking stoked for this, man. Like I said, I've done I've done a lot of growing, dude. I've pulled some badass shit from some pretty mediocre genetics, man. But I finally got to a place where I can really find some good genetics, man. So I'm fucking stoked, dude. I'm about to knock it out of the park, bro. No doubt.
So is that a small allude to that you possibly be crossing some more of your stuff there? You know,
I'm sorry. Say that again, brother.
I said it. So it's at a small tip of the head to the you producing your own strains a little bit more later on.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I'm gonna be messing around with some of that, man. No doubt. Definitely looking forward to that. Find a couple keepers, man, and then find a few males, see which ones flower last, and just do some playing around, man. Nothing too serious at first, man. If that's where things go, I've definitely thought about that, doing that, gearing my growth more towards that. But as of now, it's just going to be for mainly flower and medicinal, man. I'd really like to get into the rosin and stuff because, a lot of my patients, the flower is great, but, tolerance is real. People get a tolerance, dude. So, a lot of people really like that rosin, and it seems to really be able to do some help for cancer patients, man, because it's so concentrated, dude. So I'm really looking forward to being able to help my uncle out with some rosin that I produce, man, and be able to give that to him. I think that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. It's all things aside with the cancer, even if it is, because, you know, it hasn't been, a cure all for every cancer as far as, I know, as, we can't be that naive to sit here and say it's going to, save everything. It does, and it's still we're still unlocking a lot of, what it can do. But, God damn it, I totally squirreled there. Totally squirreled. Shit. I totally lost my train of thought there. Oh, but it's we're still unlocking what it can do, but it's if it cures the cancers or not, it can it's moreover about the quality of life. You know what I mean? As long as he's happy and comfortable while he's here, then in part you've achieved, your goal. Part, you know what I mean? Hopefully if it cures him, hopefully it does cure him. You know what I mean? It helps out with cancer 100%. But if it doesn't, hopefully at least it can improve his quality of life, through the fight.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's I've watched it, dude. I've watched it help, him and so many people, and like you said, it's even if it doesn't just absolutely cure it, man. Which I have seen a couple of patients literally stop having seizures from the flower that I gave them because they were having some problems with it, serious problems. And not everybody that I knew had insurance, and man, shit was serious in the South, dude. With weed being illegal, dude, for real, man. I helped so many people down there when when I was down there, man, because it was just it was so hard for him to get any help, man, and God, it helps so much, man, for so many different things. It literally would stop people from having seizures, man. Not It wouldn't just make them have less, it literally stopped them for months and months at a time, man. It's crazy stuff like that, and it definitely improves quality of life for people that have serious cancer that we know it's probably not gonna it's not gonna cure, but it definitely makes shit a lot easier, man. It makes them be able to eat and enjoy some fucking food, man. We know we all enjoy some food, dude. So it's a wonderful thing, man, no doubt.
Sure is. So, as we walk over to the flower side, do you have any tips for any aspiring gardeners out there that you want to throw out on the flower side?
Say that again now. Any tips for what now?
Flower side of things.
Let's see. Man, if if you're having any kind of problems in the soil, man, I definitely I encourage you to expand and try new things, dude. Try some cocoa, man. It's a lot easier. It'll open you up to more other hydroponics and stuff like that if you want to go that route. But you can, like we were talking about earlier, you can, supplement your microbes in there, which is basically your synthetic organic, man, and you get the best of both worlds, dude. And it's just always be learning, man. Just always be learning, dude. Never stop growing. Your flower, you just make sure your environment's on fucking point, dude. Myself, like I said, I prefer synthetic, but I also can't stress enough supplement the microbes, dude, and to grow, that's half the battle, dude. I'm a firm believer in the other half is the dry, the cure, the trim, all that. I've been impatient. I've gone in there and clipped my flower off while it was hanging to dry and smoked it, dude. And then then I waited till it was done curing and smoked it, man. And I smoked it all the way through the curing process before, and it always is better when it's done curing, man. I don't care what anybody says, dude. So always, invest in your drying and curing, man. Make sure it's in a cool, dark space, and make sure you definitely you burp your jars and shit like that. You don't have to spend a lot of money on no fancy, curing stuff. If you don't have it, that stuff's cool, but definitely, I can't stress that enough, man. Growing is half the battle, for sure.
So how do you prefer to harvest?
Me personally, I've always just I've harvested some, depending on the humidity and what time of the year. Sometimes I prefer to hang the whole plant so that I can get that nice slow dry. I like to go 2 weeks and then I cut it and trim it then, and I do the dry trim and trim that shit up. So that's how I've always done it. I definitely like to dry trim so that those leaves protect the trichomes. But, I wouldn't be opposed to any other way, really. That's just how it's always worked for me.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm a wet trimmer myself, but I don't know. For me, it's been just an easier process, and for me, I like to make bubble, and it makes a greasier hash. I find, but I don't know how that would affect, or it's going to affect, like your rosin process later. Seems like it could be a better thing, but not everybody has time for a wet trim or prefers that method. Like I said, you think the sugar leaves, protect, trichomes and turds, while it's hanging. I can agree with that a little bit, but in the same aspect, I use a fucking dryer, to dry buds. So it's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what, man? When I do get into doing the rosin, I might end up start doing the wet trim. If it's definitely because I have heard the fresh product is definitely better for the hash and about people, some companies, extract companies, doing fresh harvested, chopping it right off the right out of the pot, dude, and freezing it right then and making the best shit. So yeah, I'm definitely open to wet trimming, and I might start doing that when I start doing the rosin for sure.
I don't know. For me, I, it's just for me. I don't know. It's quicker to be honest with you. I can be less critical. I find myself wasting more time when I dry trim because I know it's the final product. You know what I mean? That's it, gone. You know what I mean? Restored after that point to where I've trained myself pretty well enough to where I know what I can trim and what's going to recede. You know what I mean? If I trim close enough, what's actually going to recede in the bud and not be as visible or, not be pretty. So, with that being said, I can really manicure and then be done with it. I'm drying and curing after that point. To me, for that, like I said, that when I dry trim, I'm making it way too tedious. You know what I mean? Because I know at that point it's the last shot at manicuring. To where even on that wet trim, even my most sloppiest wet trim, I could go back in a few seconds and clean up a bud versus, I don't know. Gives me anxiety thinking about a dry trim, but be honest with you. But that it doesn't work for everybody's system. You know what I mean? That's just the way I've taught myself, and you know, in time I may change. I may have to change in time. So
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm definitely open to quicker, man. Quicker's good. Quicker's good, man. I need quicker. That trim gel is real.
yeah, it is real. It is real, but it comes back to where we're talking about our, how we enjoy our time. Right now, I'm still. Could I have somebody in here? Could I have a machine doing it so I could be doing something else? Maybe, but right now I'm not necessarily in a hurry to be anywhere else or doing anything else. You know what I mean? I enjoyed my time right here. Why do I want to fucking
Oh,
pass it
absolutely.
on to somebody else? You know what I mean? I'm even borderline at that with the machine. It's all the same thing as the checkout. Say, the self checkout. I'm robbing somebody from a job and time and shit. Why do I want to? It sounds good. It can free me up some time, but man, I dig that time. It's fucking time well spent.
Oh
I
yeah.
guess I get
Oh
it
yeah, man.
at this phase. As long as I'm being happy at this phase, I guess you can't. If you were to go up realistically, you can't scale up any bigger than this and fucking be trimming all yourself. That's for sure. You gotta let somebody, some people scale
Oh
up.
yeah, right. Oh yeah, man. Really trimming to me, it's like getting tattoos, man. Getting some ink, man. It's real therapeutic, dude. I'll throw on some music or throw on one of Eagle shows, dude, and just get to trimming, man. You know, I just go to town, man, and it really is. It gets me in my own zone, and it's therapeutic for me for sure. But it does take up some time for sure. That some every now and then it'll cause me to get backed up on some things, but that's usually just from my own fault from not trimming as long as I should have during the day. When I trim, I try to put in like a 12-hour day, man. So
So you get well, we all do catch up at some point, get them golden. Well, for me, it's like maybe a week out of every month where I get to fuck around, not have to worry about the garden. So when you get that time, what do you do to cut loose, man? What do you enjoy besides the garden? Enjoy just like listening to some tunes, hanging out in the sun. What do you do in the free time besides the garden?
yeah, absolutely, man. Me, dude, I just really, I'm a family man. I'm a family man for sure. Me and my old lady and my daughter, we hang tough, man. We watch movies, and we just lately with all the COVID stuff going on, man. We've just been, you know, in the garden, but when we're together, we watch movies and do stuff at home and cook, and eat together and make little s'mores and stuff like that, man. And love spending time with my daughter, man. I love being a dad, dude. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. I love being a dad, man. She's so cool. She's 6 years old, man. About to be. She'll be 6 in September, but she's a sweetheart, man. She's got an awesome personality. She's so cool. But yeah, just that's me, man. That's pretty much it, dude. But other than that, man, I'm all about this stuff, man. I'm always that's what I do for fun, man. I'm always researching stuff and watching different videos and stuff, man. But you know, I am definitely I'm trying to do some get everything automated in the garden so I can start doing a little bit of traveling, man. I'd like to do some traveling for sure. I haven't done a whole lot of that, but I'd like to
Be the
go up to
first
Colorado.
place.
Do what now?
Said where would be the first place, man? You could fucking, take off tomorrow. Where would you go?
Man, I was thinking to Colorado, man. I'd like to try out some skiing, dude. Being from the South, we don't get a lot of snow, man. But you, man, I'm sure you get sick of the snow, huh? You do a lot of it, huh?
Oh man, I was fucking a little sick of it before, but man, it's definitely. I moved up here about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 ish, somewhere in there years ago, and bought a house up here. You know what I mean? And I didn't realize. I honestly didn't realize. Being in the same state. I guess that's how stupid I guess I could be about some shit. You know what I mean? You think you're in the same fucking state. You know what I mean? You're like fucking Michigan. Weather's gonna be the same. Fucking you go 100 fucking couple hundred miles north. Same. It's fucking Michigan. Same shit. No, no, it's not. I fucking move up here, and I shit you not. As I bought the house, the guy's like shaking my hand. He's like, "Enjoy your fucking 2 months of summer," and I'm like, what? And that's about it, man. There's fucking a month of fucking spring, a fucking 2 months of summer, and then a month of fucking fall, and then that's it. Snow the rest of the fucking time. That's 8 months of the year, fucking about snow up here and shit. Coldness and fucking snow, which I wasn't accustomed to downstate. And I'm here to tell
Wow,
you,
that's
if
pretty
you,
crazy.
oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, and what blows my mind here is if you go like 10 miles north, they're in a whole nother band yet where they just like way more snow. And then you can go a little further north into the UP, and it's just snow time up there, man. It's just fun. Just get,
Wow.
I couldn't even imagine like the UP. I don't even want to imagine.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Because being from Texas, Texas is so big. That's it takes you 10 hours just to go from one side to the other. Or more. It's a big place, man. So just to imagine being 200 miles away and it being different like that, that blows my mind, dude.
Oh, it's
Is
that
that is that
different.
that's
I
how far
mean,
you said
people,
it?
yeah,
That's how far
people
you said you
fucking.
were. It's 200 miles.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's that big of an environment to where I'm at. People like every weekend are dropping what they do and come up here and fucking hang out because, even right now, I mean, I could bust out my weather. It's 52 degrees outside right now. I don't run no air conditioning in this girl. I don't. I filter in all the outside air. I run the appropriate lights during the day when it can be hotter. So the LEDs are during the day. And the HPS is like a little bit cooler temperature. So I run that shit at night. I flower them at night. and I draw in that cool Michigan air. But if I go downstate to, where I used to live, it's like 65, 70 down there tonight. You know what I mean? I can't utilize that system well. But yeah, that's that big of a difference, man. It's night and day up here,
Wow,
man.
that's
There's
fucking crazy.
uh, it's nice up here as far as that goes. If you can get used to the rest of it, that part of it's nice.
Yeah, you saving a lot of you save a lot of money on HVAC, man. That's cool.
And you know what's funnier about that, brother? Is I actually heat my house with the system and the fucking. Even with what I told you being said, I buy like 4 quart a year to supplement what I'm not, using my lights for. All this heat gets, pumped into the house, and yeah, it gets like picked up right before the heater. But I don't run the heater. I just run the motor. So it grabs that hot air and then it throws it through all the registers through the house. And it keeps the house pretty warm just like that. And when it gets like too cool or a little cool, I just start a fire for a few hours and then bring everything up to a nice comfortable temperature. And then, so
Oh yeah.
it saves a lot. So on average during the winter months, with that being said, my winter bill, my actual heating bill, it's $60 a cord, 4 cords, so that's $240 usually for heating in northern Michigan. Outside of this, but it takes a little, but it pays back in some ways.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. Yeah, I don't even want to get into no power bills for this for sure.
That's a thing too. Well, I guess we could talk a little bit about. We talked a little bit about that before. Why I got started, and it was a cost thing. Even back then, 20 years ago. I mean, and what's funny is the numbers still kind of really apply to today. Is $200 is it? You know what I mean? $200 is it, and that's kind of standard for a medical patient up here. And I was going through one of those a week back then, way the fuck back then, you know. And but I was working a normal job, and I'll be honest with you, I was swinging some butt at that point, to supplement. It wasn't all coming out of my pocket, but either way, you get sick of the hustle, people coming and going, and fucking see a good thing, whatever. Um, you take that $800 a month, 4 zips, $200 a month, 800. That's $800 a month. You think that, and once you've got your equipment rolling, that's you're not putting all that into a grow every month, even with your power bill. It could be a good, if you're putting straight up $800 into your, and I take that back, man. California is pretty fucking crazy, and I don't know what it's like where you're here, but $800 a power here, straight on the grow, man. You've got something special rolling there. You know what I mean? For sure. And instead of for that $800, then feeding my cannabis habit, like I said, I rediscovered the love of growing the plant, which I never seen coming. That whole fucking fall in love with growing the plant, I never seen that shit coming. But now I'm able to, for that same amount that we're talking about, running the grow, then for myself, I'm able to put out for 5 patients. You know what I mean? You wouldn't believe the amount of free cannabis I give away annually. You know, I, just because it's covered in like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't cost anything that I wasn't dishing out to selfishly to myself back then. So why not help people? Why not, as well as I do is, some of the best karma, some of the best faces are when you pass somebody a fucking free nug. Especially it's something that you just harvested shit you're super proud of. Yeah. check that out. You know what I mean? You pass them that bud. There's always that brief look of disbelief. You know what I mean? Huh? Reels? You don't want nothing? And you're like, no, man, take that shit, go smoke it, man. They're like, that's them are good days, man. You see them like fucking, yeah, it's what's funny about that is it puts it like you see, you fucking you can honestly be having like a great conversation, and then you pass that nug along and you tell them that's theirs, and it's like burning a hole in your pocket and shit. And they're like, I gotta go. I want to go fucking just smoke this nugget and shit, man. Fucking. And as you watch them just kind of like fucking spring off in that step, you know what I mean? You're like, I just made that cat's day. It's fucking awesome right there. It's
Hell
fucking
yeah.
such a good feeling, man. Free weed, free weed.
Oh, there's nothing better. There's nothing better.
I
No
hope
doubt, man.
that.
And yeah, man.
Go
I'll
ahead,
tell
man.
you
I'm
what.
sorry.
One thing I really back to the that power issue, man. One thing I really is crazy is the PPFD and the PPD that I'm pulling on these LEDs, man. This is crazy for the amount of power, the wattage and voltage that I'm using. I'm getting the PPD that I am. It is insane, dude. Wow. And like I said, I'm not getting paid by any of these companies, dude. But HLG, man, that damn 650R is insane, man. It's like 2.8 micromoles per joule, and it gets like 1,765 like PPD or PPFD. I think I want to say at like 30 inches, maybe. I'm not sure exactly, but I have to look and double check on that. But it's just insane, man. And when I started, it wasn't nothing like that, man. If you wanted to really grow some fucking to yield some good weight, dude, you had to get some HPS lights, dude. No doubt, man. And now these LEDs are so sick, man. I love them.
Yeah, I do, man. I am stoked myself about the LEDs. Like you said, man, there's so many pluses, especially when it comes to power consumption. You can say goodbye with having to run that air conditioner as frequently. You can seal up that room a little bit tighter, maintain a little bit higher CO2 levels. In power, no bulbs, not having to bulb bulbs for the damn thing for a long time, and just the instant savings, you know, almost encourages you to, I know it does me. I'm like that, I've always been that way when it kind of growing, and I know a lot of growers are guilty of this. You move some stuff around and you went, there's a new cloning area. And I unfortunately I juggle them numbers around with my power consumption. And I was talking about that the other night, man. Just being able to eliminate that 4K behind me. I'm thinking, oh, you know what I mean? What I could do with just that in LED to equal that, if I repeatedly equal that back out in power consumption under LED, I wouldn't even be able to sit in here. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't even be able to sit in this damn room. It'd be painful to my eyes. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't understand.
no
Things to
doubt.
come someday, I guess.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, those they're so bright, dude. They're so bright, man. You know, I gotta wear glasses, dude, when I go in that room for sure.
And it's I love to hear, because like we were talking about, environment and growth are so differently. It's good to hear your aspect on the 650 because I'm not running it. You know what I mean? And I'm good. I'm glad to hear that you're so pleased with your performance on it so far. You know what I mean? It does, like I say, kind of encourage me towards pulling that other shit down. You because we all run different lights. We can't all be running HLGs all the time. So it's good to get everybody's. I do have an HLG. Mine's probably the fucking dinosaur of the HLGs. I have the original 550. It's plain out, stripped out. That's the first one I got. And it still does good, but it ain't the 650. And it's awesome to see the tech, this shit, man. It's almost scary to see how much better it can get. And then efficiency. Hell, I remember paying almost $800 for that fucking. I got a big old R1600 right up there sitting on the shelf, and how the efficiency and the price point has come down over the years just on that fucking thing. Can't wait to see how much cheaper they can get for us and efficient.
Yeah, for sure, and I'm sure they will too. Also, I think they're supposed to be coming out with a new rack light fixture that's it's gonna be pretty cool, man. I'm pretty stoked to see that because that's something that I'm actually about to be getting into, man, on this remodel when I'm gonna have to do some kind of a tier system somewhere for a veg area. So I'm thinking about how I'm going to do that, and I'm definitely excited for them to drop that because that might help me out a little bit because that's it's definitely an issue. Is a good PPD and PPFD spread for with being able to get them close enough, and to the plants in a tier system, So the bar designs are really good, but some of those are a lot bigger, and I definitely with the results I've gotten with HLG, dude, I that's just what I prefer, man. I'm sure I know there's a lot of quantum boards out, dude, that are badass that use a lot of the same chips and shit, but I haven't used them. I fucking went straight for HLG, man, and it worked, no doubt. They're kick ass, man. They produce the 650 produces definitely produces better than a uh, HPS, 1,000 watt HPS for sure, no doubt. As far as a double-ended goes, I'm not sure. I'm sure it does because the numbers, they fucking the numbers are killer. But I just didn't grow with a double-ended HPS. I've done single-ended 1,000 watt, but I haven't done double-ended. But it fucking smashed my 1,000 watt single-ended for sure. So it's they're legit.
So, what has been out of all the strains you've ran so far? I know it's always not that, and I'm not asking favorite strain, but what is out of your grow career so far? What has been a gem that you pulled out? You know what I mean? Something that you've really kind of killed it with.
Man, this little Skittles Pheno little experiment I did, man. That Skittles Pheno I found and crossed with my little strain, dude. It ended up being fucking badass, man. So I'm looking forward to showing that off in this next video, dude. This next little grow. It's gonna be pretty cool, man. Last time I grew it, man, even with I had some problems on the last grow before I went ahead and came back to the cocoa, man. Because the last grow I did, I was doing some doing some soil shit, man. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm going back to what I know, man." And so I went back to that, dude. And I'm really, even with the problems I had last time, it was really frosty, dude, and really terpy, and ended up really nice. And so I know just I really know I'm just gonna kill it this time, dude. So I'm pretty excited about that. But even more so than that, though, I'm excited for the new stuff I have in the library, man, for sure. They're putting out some heat right now, man. The U.S. is really killing the cannabis game, dude. They're everybody that or most of the breeders right now are just putting out some absolute fire.
Do you have any one breeder that I know you mentioned a couple earlier on that kind of helped threw you some shit and helped you out? But it's is there any one that you kind of admired their work over the years, what they're about and shit like that? Or one that you know overall you think badass breeder?
Man, I tell you what, dude, for a smaller breeder, my one of my favorite breeders is Medgrower One, dude. I really think he's cool, man, and I I I, I was actually I was gonna get some of his garlic punch on the last drop, man, but I ended up getting on there too late and missed out on the drop, dude. But next time they do one, I'm probably gonna go ahead and snag some, man. I'd like to run some of his stuff, dude. He's really cool, but I've really been looking at a lot of the in-house genetics stuff lately, and Square One Genetics has really got some badass shit out. The apple fritter, my wedding cake, and the bag that I'm about to be running are from Square One. I'm pretty stoked for that. I've heard some good things about Ethos, but definitely one of my favorite growers is Jaron, the from New Millennium Nutrients, and he's real cool, man. He knows his shit pretty well, and he is really into the in-house genetics. So I've been, following their shit. I've got some of their shit on the way. Some of the deluxe sorbet. So I'm looking forward to running some of that. That should be pretty cool. That's if I'm not mistaken, that's gelato by Slurricane by OGKB, which will be it. I'm pretty excited for that. But I did hear today from uh actually THC Titan was saying that the veg on the OGKB is a little bit slow, so it might. I'm hoping that's not the case, but we'll see. We'll see what happens in my system. I don't ever, not run something from what somebody says, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, 420 Med Grower One is Med Grower One Seed Co. now. He's no longer affiliated with Ocean Grow. He is his own genetics company and is available through Empire. I don't think you're not gonna find garlic punch or nothing like that available at Ocean Grow. No. Truth facts. Yeah, I've got every one of his strains. I'm actually one of Matt's testers, a good friend of mine. I could actually maybe see some Matt Grower One shit coming way. Put me and Andrew. Guess I should magically here or there. So how you hanging in there, brother? What time you usually get your day going?
Oh, me, man, I usually get up about 6:30, and my just the way it works out for me, I usually my lights come on about 11 o'clock, so I do any of my I get up and do all my emailing and talking to different people and any of the research I got to do and get my game plan together and all that for the day. And then when the lights come on, man, I hit it pretty hard. And I just it's up, man. I've got something to do every single day, man, and especially with this remodel that's going on, man. I've really been hitting it hard, dude, working my ass off. So it's how the
Fucking
day usually goes.
man, you gotta be pretty whooped, man. Fucking birthday today, killing it. I'm sure you didn't take no time off from the garden. Been fucking probably killing it since 6:30 this morning, huh?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, man. Just been moving and grooving, dude. That's the name of the game, man.
I can dig that. I can dig that. Well, that being said, I'm just kind of feeling you out a little bit too. I say this to a lot of people, and I said to you this before the show. I'd rather have you go out and be comfortable than be dragging ass all day tomorrow. You look like you're tired, brother. To be honest with you, you look like you're hanging in there tough, but man, you look like you are whooped, my friend. Uh, so with that being said, if it's up to you. I'm kind of feeling you out. You want to hang out for a bit longer? You want to fucking do your sound bites and all that good stuff? I want to tell you one thing too while we're kind of talking about this and whatnot. Uh, Even if you tap out tonight, you're always welcome to when there's. It doesn't apply when it's one on one. When there's a guest on, I guess I should clarify that. Sometimes I think I don't know. I don't know what people. But when it's a one-on-one, when the guest is on, the numbers don't apply. If you were to pop up during a one-on-one guest, chances are I'd probably be like, yeah, not right now. But um, when there isn't a guest on, which could possibly be Saturday, there might be a panel show where people are hanging out. Uh, you're welcome to hang out on panel shows. Come on and hang out and shoot the shit, talk about the subject, or just hang out and learn from whatever to talk about, vice versa,
Hell
whatever
yeah,
you want to be a
that's
part of.
awesome, man.
The numbers are always the same. And to make it a little bit easier for you, I'm going to give you a little lesson on Zoom right now. If you go into your settings and you pick you out a virtual background, you can pick something out like this. Uh, Hold on, I think it's flagging a little bit. There we go. And rather than have to fucking you pick out your virtual background. Okay, this is what you do. You pick out whatever you want in the background like this, and then rather than wearing a mask like that, because I appreciate the fact you had the balls to come on and show what you wanted to show, but rather to make it a little more comfortable for you next time, so you can just freely fucking smoke and talk. You pull up, you make your virtual background like this, and then you cover your camera, and boom, you're gone. So now with your camera covered, we can sit here and you're a live box on the YouTube. You know what I mean? This is what they'll see, but they'll hear your voice. Not see the face or nothing. They'll just hear your voice and whatever picture you put up. So when you're hanging out later on, you don't want to feel like being masked up or showing your face and just hanging out. Choose your fucking background and cover your camera, and then if you want to be seen, you can magically reappear like this. But you know what I mean. It makes it a little easier for days. You don't want to. God, I don't know. That's another reason I'm kind of tapping you out. I hate the fucking mask
yeah,
thing. You know, with the COVID thing, man. I don't know how you fucking done 3 hours of that shit. By now, I'd have been like, yeah, I thanks Eagle. This has been cool, but I gotta get this fucking thing off.
Yeah,
So
hey, no shit, brother, man. Hey, I appreciate that, man. You already know I just downloaded this app, dude, so I can get on the show, bro. So that's hell yeah, man. That's awesome. But I'm honored, man. I've been honored to come on the show, bro. This has been a fucking awesome experience, dude. Awesome birthday, man, and man, I appreciate the lessons you taught me, dude. I'm probably gonna give some wet trimming a try for sure, dude. So, man, it's been real, man, and I definitely, dude. Saturday. You said Saturday. You're gonna do something. You can pop in and just be hanging out and whatnot, or
yeah. Unfortunately, I was hoping, last Friday, I'm in communications with Darren McCarty. You know who Darren McCarty is? Hockey player for he used to be an NHL hockey player. Now he's into fucking the cannabis industry and shit, which is super cool.
oh wow,
But I've been in touch with him, and I was hoping he was going to come on last Friday, and it didn't work out. But I've kind of left an open door, and I'm still kind of hoping for Saturday. But Saturday doesn't work out. If you can show up, then yeah, it's going to be a fucking panel day. I'm not gonna stress, trying to line up a secondary guest. I'm just gonna kind of keep moving forward with the schedule, tuck and roll with Saturdays. Saturday is looking like at this point, yeah, it's gonna be a panel. Hang out even, you know, just get some people on and see where it rolls with the topic, and yeah, usually it comes a lot of good comes out of that shit right there. So yeah, Darren McCarty Saturday, it'll be a panel episode. Whoever's willing to jump on Saturday. The same thing goes like right now. If you tap out and you're up late or you get up early one morning, we're paneling out. Shit, there's a couple of times this week, last week, I've went till 6:30 a few days, from
hell yeah,
11:30 to 6:30. You get up and you see me on, it's a panel. You're more than
yep,
welcome to, pop on, show your garden, say hello, whatever, update. It's all good. Appreciate your time, brother. The only other thing
fuck
I
yeah.
asked you for is maybe well, there's no maybe about it. I'm politely asking you for the soundbite. Hopefully you've seen the soundbite, you know how that shit works. The goodbye, the hello, advertisement for your episode, if you will. Uh, yeah, that's what I usually ask for before we go there. Good old soundbite. You want to mark your episode, my friend? This is 123, by the way, if you want to add that into your soundbite. Not necessary, but do you know what it is?
Already, man, it's been real, man. It's btddgrowz, man. I've been fucking talking shit with Eagle. Been the best present I could ask for on my birthday, and an awesome episode, man.
Hell yeah, it is. It's been a fucking great episode, and I fucking thank you for coming on your birthday. I'm honored, to be honest with you, that you fucking took some time to fucking hang out with me on your birthday. That in itself's pretty fucking amazing. Shoes on both foot, my brother. Shoes on both foot. You think it's cool to hang out with me, but I think it's really fucking cool that you took time out of your fucking life and on your birthday, no less, to come and do the show and help further the show. You just did your part to make this thing go one day, one more episode further, and I thank you, man. You've left your mark in this little legacy, and I appreciate that. Hopefully, it's not the only mark. Hopefully, as this thing goes on, you can scratch the shit out of this thing.
Hell yeah. Absolutely, brother.
So, I appreciate you, brother. Why don't you get some rest, man? Fucking 6 o'clock's coming around quick. And
Coming around quick, man. Hard, bro. Well, peace out, everybody.
you have a good one, my friend.
All right,
Good
brother.
night.
Thanks, chat. Y'all all take it easy.
As you guys know, instead of hanging out and doing an immediate episode after this, the after sesh will be immediately after this. I'm not gonna take the chance of copywriting and market episodes where they're taken down or limited in view. So I know it's kind of a bummer. 40 still watching, but you guys want to hang out, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode. The normal shout outs will be at 420 at the end of what will be the next episode or the rabbit hole. So this is the end of fucking talking shit with Eagle, episode 123. btddgrowz on Instagram. Make sure to check him out both on Instagram and his YouTube. He's going to be dropping some new videos there. Other than that, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Peace. Good night.